going to find out that jumping on is a lot easier than jumping off. Wow!
I don't have to tell you things are bad. Everybody knows things are bad. It's a depression. Everybody's out of work or scared of losing their job. The dollar buys a nickel's worth. Banks are going bust. Shopkeepers keep a gun under the counter. Punks are running wild in the street, and there's nobody anywhere who seems to know what to do, and there's no end to it. We know. The air is unfit to breathe. Our food is unfit to eat. We sit watching our TVs while some local newscaster tells us that today we had 15 homicides and 63 violent crimes, as if that's the way it's supposed to be. We know things are bad, worse than bad. Just leave us alone. Well, I'm not going to leave you alone. I want you to get mad. I don't want you to protest. I don't want you to riot. I don't want you to write to your congressman because I wouldn't know what to tell you to write. I don't know what to do about the depression and the inflation and the Russians and the crime in the street. All I know is that first, you've got to get mad.
Hey guys, welcome. Here we are again, another episode of the ThinkStopper. We got a great crew here today. Yeah, we got a full house, man. So we were very fortunate. We were able to get a couple in today. So this is gonna be a fun one. But here I am, your boy Trez, sitting here with Mike.
Boom, we're back.
Yeah, again, we just
with that energy.
We're back.
We're back. We never left.
We never left. We're doing a double podcast today. It's fun.
Yeah, we just had Jim and Josh from was it
Trey Montana?
Yeah, Trey
Jim
Montana.
Weston, yeah,
in West Ness Films.
West Ness Films.
But so that's gonna be a cool little deal going on. But shit, dude, I'm not even gonna fuck around. We got a stacked house here tonight, guys. We have a room full of comedians. Yes.
God damn it.
Yeah, and actually, real quick, I just want to say before I get started here, though, guys, I am very socially awkward. Okay, I've said this before. I've said this when we just officially met. We've been around the scene for a month or some change. I don't know how long you get, but we've seen each other out enough, and we're friends in all the circles. But I'm really awkward with coming up and saying hi. I feel weird. Like I'd rather just start a conversation with somebody and then like figure it out later on. So if you've ever like see me out and you're like, dude, what's up with that guy? Like, why is he just stare? That's just kind of my thing. So I just want to say, I
have a theory.
But so to make it official though, I just want to say, that's just kind of how I roll. So I'm a little weird like that. So.
I mean, it's I've seen you around, and it's been one of those like, oh. Yeah, no, he's socially awkward just like me, but I'm a lot more fucked up and drunk right now that any first impression I'm gonna have, it's not gonna be the right one.
No, so this is a good chance to get to know everybody here and on the official capacity, since we all know each other as funny men and stuff like that. But we have sitting with us today, guys. We have I'm just gonna go down the line in no specific order, but we have Alex Ansel, funny man here.
Yeah, funny man.
There we go, and we have George White also.
Nice.
And then we have Adam Dominguez over here.
Not Jewish.
And then sitting over here in the far corner, we have Ralph Tutela.
My mic won't be on, though.
I like how he turned it down. He turned Ralph
Tutela.
Let's not forget the mouse.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We got the mouse. We're trying to set up the trap. I like how if anybody's been listening to the last few podcasts, that we've had a little mouse situation over here and stuff. Well, it's gone out of hand. Like the mouse is like set down a hit on fucking Mikey. He ate the rattlesnake. He's fucking put out the.
That was a warning.
Yeah.
So now like Mikey he set up traps. He peeled the top off the peanut butter, threw it in the fucking street, said it's fucking gangbusters. Here we go. Like, he's going to slather this place in peanut butter to get fucking to attract the mice.
Guys, I'm allergic, so.
If you find peanut butter, don't go eating it, all right? It's a fucking trap, everybody.
Don't go licking it, no one. If you see
So much peanut butter. There's not a dog in sight.
Especially if you see the peanut butter in the fucking bathroom. Don't go licking it.
That's a weird one.
Chunky peanut butter in the bathroom.
Well, I mean, the peanut butter's still good because if the mouse got to it, it would be dead, right? Unless you put poison in the peanut butter.
Well, dude, he's got the peanut butter goops of it sitting in glue traps.
Yeah.
Oh,
George,
I thought
aren't you
there's a jar.
George would easily come back, hey, there's a trap on my hand.
I like
On my
I like,
tongue. It's
I
top
like
on
how he's
my tongue.
I like how he's going all eco-friendly, like we can eat it afterwards, right? You know, like,
Well, no, there's a jar. That's why. There's
Oh,
a,
that jar. The jar is safe.
Yeah, that's the
jar is safe.
That's what I
that's,
picture.
that's still
He's curious because he's already gotten to the jar.
That can be your swag bag. You can
I'm
take the
cur- I'm
peanut
cur-
butter
yeah,
home with
did
you.
you
Joy.
check
poison.
the index finger. Does he
Yes.
got a swoop in it already? He's already taken.
It's because I'm already black. So
Sweet free peanut butter.
Are you? That's your thing?
Is that like a George Washington Carver thing or what? Is it?
Yeah, he's just appreciating.
Yeah.
He's all like, "Oh shit, Black History Month passed, and I didn't eat a jar of peanut butter
butter, yeah.
to celebrate."
Yeah.
Isn't that the guy that invented peanut butter though?
Yeah.
Was it
Yeah.
George Washington? Okay, just making sure. It was like you guys were looking at me like, where was that reference? Like,
no, yeah.
Eddie Murphy taught me that.
but I'm glad. Jeez, we got our senile
Personally.
fucking we.
No, like, did you know that he created peanut butter before watching Eddie Murphy's skit? I don't even think I ever heard that in a fucking textbook. Or
Are
in
you
a
fucking
classroom.
kidding me?
I love how Ralph's
I
not
really,
at the
I
table.
really don't think. Like,
He's just like, I forget he's there because he's not.
He's at the
Come
kids' table
to
at
the table.
Thanksgiving.
sitting back here listening
Well,
to Alex
he
fart for
knew.
the last 20 minutes.
He knew.
Alex,
No,
No,
he'll
thank you.
share the other ones. That's yours.
Ralph.
No, he'll just share
Yeah,
the one
well,
with Kool-Aid.
well,
That's
unless
you,
you're
baby.
gonna put it out,
I'm not
maybe
gonna-
it's
That's
staying
you,
up front.
Trez.
I'm the only one fucking burning here. Whatever, dude. I'm fucking OG, dude. You know.
I'm on the
Is
side.
this the
My
first
throat
one?
is
Why are you even
burnt.
rolling the second one?
Because he's a fucking worker bee.
He's
dude.
a
fucking machine, bro.
You
Leave him
get him
alone.
started, he fucking doesn't stop.
Can't
he
stop,
made it
won't
look
stop.
like a clarinet out here on the end, but we'll
Because
wait.
idle hands eats peanut butter, and that's why. That's why.
Oh, I'm getting that peanut butter before George. Trust me.
Trying to save that peanut butter.
So, fellas, everybody here, barring me, Mike, and Ralph, you guys are all from Texas, right? Is that the
Yes,
whole
sir.
deal?
San Antonio on the house for KoolAid.
Everybody, okay, we all from San Antonio?
No. Adam and I are from El Paso.
El Paso, down there by the border.
Yep, right on the border.
You can drive down the highway and see Juarez. It's that
I
close.
love how you said Juarez. Like,
Juarez.
motherfucker, it's Juarez over
Juarez.
here.
What is
Juarez.
Juarez.
Yeah,
Juarez.
it feels
Juarez.
weird you saying it. It's Juarez. It's Juarez.
Juarez,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's-
You're black and Korean, is that what you
Yeah,
said?
black and Korean.
Okay, you're black
George
and
White
Korean.
grew up in a Mexican
They can't
city.
hear it on the microphone. How black and Korean he is.
The black and Korean just throwing out that
Just sounds like Mr. White.
just throwing out that that extra flair. I would expect that from Dominguez over here.
No, yeah.
He's saying a Juarez, but
It's why it weirded me out to hear it. I was all like, is my culture being appropriated right now? What the fuck?
Juarez, Mexico.
That's why I feel with all these hot Twitch streamers.
no, what's that?
What was that?
Were you getting hot?
I had to do a photo shoot for this, basically a supermodel that picks up a video game controller, and she's got all these like social media following and all this shit. And I was like, man, 25 years ago when I was carrying around stacks of Electronic Gaming Monthly and Game Pros and Nintendo Powers and playing Pokemon during lunch, like doing my shit, gaming shit. Girls that look like her would make fun of me, not even look at me twice. But, some chick with perfect tits picks up a keyboard and now, has a camera on her and she's
Now-
all hot shit.
now
Yeah,
this
that's
white
millions
boy-
of views. Yeah.
Now this white boy knows what gentrification feels like.
Yeah, no, for real. Yeah, I'm like, oh, this is why black people are.
The obsolete
Yeah.
man, right?
Yeah, I get it now.
No, totally, dude.
Yeah.
There's an angle being played at every angle, and it's boxing everybody out,
Yeah, a lot of geometry with those angles.
dog. So we're all living out here in Vegas now, huh?
Yeah, Henderson.
Who got here first?
I did, yeah.
2 years ago?
Yeah, let's see, yeah. September of 2016 is when I moved down from San Antonio to here. Packed up the U-Haul, drove out, and moved in with Jake the Snake Roberts. Yes, that Jake the Snake Roberts. Lived with him for a while.
Wait.
toured for a
Jake the
while.
Snake Roberts?
Yeah,
That's right.
yeah.
Oh,
The
shit.
wrestler,
Whoa,
yeah.
is his last name
That
really
Jake the-
Roberts?
Shut up,
That
assholes.
Jake the Snake Roberts?
Yeah, the WWE Hall of Famer. Yeah.
I thought his name was. He's a Hall of Famer. I
Yeah,
guess so. Yeah,
2014, yeah.
Okay, yeah. But isn't his last name Smith? Isn't it?
Well,
Isn't
I
it?
mean, yeah,
Oh,
his,
well,
Jake
yeah,
the
yeah,
Snake
yeah,
Smith?
yeah. Sorry.
Jake the Snake
It's not very
Smith.
marketable, Jake the Snake Smith.
It was like a Jewish name, like Jake the Snake Brockovitz. You know, like, oh shit.
No, I almost named my son after actually his name, his real
Aurelian?
name. Aurelian, yeah.
Yeah.
That was a name in the running for like names for my kids.
Was that the name of the snake?
No, that's
No, it was
his
a
name.
that's
his
his name.
The
government
name of the
name.
snake
Aurelian
is
Smith?
the name of the
Yeah.
snake
What was
is
his
Jake.
God damn it.
His signature move was a DDT,
Wait, I thought
and then he
this-
looked at you and he's like, "My name's Jake," and then that's what he did.
I thought the snake was
But he
Roberts.
would do the point. He would smack you, and then he'd do the point when he did the DDT. It was
Yeah.
like boom, like fucking.
Wait,
but that was
Jake
the
the
DDT.
Snake Roberts?
That
God
was
damn it,
Jake the
George.
Snake, dude. Oh Jesus Christ, dude.
He's an idiot. I'm sorry.
I feel like I'm getting played here.
Yes,
No,
is
it's-
that
it's
Jake
a-
the
it's-
Snake Roberts?
It's a work. Oh fuck, it's a work.
Is he related to Julia Roberts?
Yeah, well,
Wait,
only
so
Eric.
did he live
Oh,
with Jake the
fuck.
Snake Roberts or not?
Wait a minute. That's the Brockovich connection.
I gotta do some Facebook homework here and shit.
And then
Julia the Snake Roberts.
Oh Jesus.
And then moved out to Henderson, and a year and a half later, Adam came along, and then I guess George.
Sounds
got
like you were
tired.
pregnant.
Yeah, I was
and
gonna say, you
showed
just
up.
came
Like,
along,
you're just
you
like
just-
The stork brought
this
Adam.
little bundle of
Adam
joy.
My
came to
happy
term.
little accident, my late in life comedy career, buddy.
Nice.
Yeah, and then Adam came out, and then I saw the great shit he was doing, and I was super jealous. And then when things didn't work out in Indiana, I was like, "Hey, dude, you got that room up?" Like, and he's like, "Yeah." So I drove out here
Yeah, and then
From Indiana, whereabouts in Indiana?
west, so Terre Haute, Indiana. Larry Bird's alma mater. Yes, that Larry Bird.
Gary.
Larry
That
the
is-
Snake Bird.
Larry the Bird Roberts.
The Bird Roberts. Yes, that Larry the Bird Roberts.
Larry the Bird.
Yeah, so
Never
West,
heard of him.
West Indiana on the border of Illinois, and then drove to El Paso, picked up Adam because he was down there visiting, and then we drove out here to Vegas, and
Yeah.
it's been great ever since. I think that first week I did 8 open mics, and in that town I lived in Indiana, there was only one a week. It was a desert.
brutal.
It was horrible. So I came out here and I was like, dude, let's go. And so he took me and showed me around, and I met everyone, did the dirty. That's when I met Mikey.
Sounds like that town needs an Ian. Just a fun day every
dude,
day.
seriously.
Yeah.
Every town needs a fucking Ian, dude.
Damn right.
Fucking-
I mean, even like stuff has changed since I left San Antonio too, with because I had a bunch of rooms up and running, and you don't see a lot of people with hustle that will, do all
You
the
got
behind-the-scenes
an amazing work ethic though, dude. You're fucking
Sure.
producing. No, seriously, you're churning shit out right and left, like social media. Dude.
I'm just
like,
good with Photoshop, I guess. Like,
Hey, dude, you're fast with it though, dude. Because I
Yeah.
mean, you're putting stuff out all the time, dude. Like
yeah, that's the name of the game now. You're your own channel. You got to broadcast
yeah.
yourself at all times.
No,
and,
100%, dude.
you got to have the news. You got to have the sports. You got to have the weather, and because that's what they're tuning
Yeah,
into.
dude,
for,
I'm like low budget fucking PBS, dude. You know what I mean? Public
You're a
broadcast. dude.
skywriter.
I'm more like Trauma Films. Like we working on stuff.
That's Ralph, dude. He looks like the Toxic Avenger, dude.
Oh
It's-
shit! Fucking Citizen Toxie is my shit.
JK.
No, I
Nukem
think,
High, the Toxic Avenger,
Nukem
Romeo and
High,
Juliet.
Traumaville, Newcomb High.
Yeah, those were the best.
I had a good childhood. I didn't watch those.
You didn't watch the
You
Trauma?
didn't watch none of those,
Dude.
dude? You never seen
Uncultured
the-
swine.
That was out of Texas too. That was fucking the Traumaville.
and
Like
James Gunn came from working in that whole entire. He was the assistant
Wait.
director.
James the Snake Gun?
God damn it!
dude.
Way to run it to the ground.
Wait, did you really live with the wrestler though?
Yes.
Wait a minute. Let's back up here.
No, I think the best thing you did on social media recently was when the Trump teens were confronting that old native.
Oh,
with
yeah.
the drum, and you put the Patriots versus
The Chiefs.
the
Oh,
that was the
Chiefs.
best.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
fucking
Oh, thank you.
hilarious.
Were you the first one to do that?
Yeah,
I
yeah,
bet
because
you-
I Google searched it. Like whenever I make a meme,
It was
I'm
fresh.
Like, oh,
It
let me
was
think
fresh
about
when that
it.
came
Yeah.
up. It was definitely
Because
fresh.
I had an idea one time for a meme, and I was like, oh yeah, let's see if it's been done, and it was done because it was like Bird Box, and I'm like, oh, it's a hour and a half long Febreze commercial, and then I just Googled it, and sure enough, some Twitter nobody did it, and I was like, well, I guess I won't do it then. So, but that's what I
That
tried to do.
Patriots Chiefs one, that hit hard.
It did.
Yeah, that was a good
And then,
one.
And then
your
there's-
career blew
Pats
up.
fan?
I mean, afterwards.
I think it got like 27 shares. So.
Hey, dude.
Whenever you go see
What
him
did it
on
say?
stage, people are just yelling, just like, do the meme.
The room splits in half. It's half Patriots, half Chiefs.
Just
We like your watermark about how it's hard to edit out.
Dude, so Alex, you ventured on out over here. George, you just made it out recently. Adam, you've been out here for
About 7 months now.
7 months now.
7 months,
Jeez,
yeah.
but you've been out and about quite a bit because you were just on the road with like Chris Shaw, right? Or,
Yeah, I did Chris Shaw. We just was
did
on the
him?
road. Yeah.
Oh,
how else are you gonna
jeez.
get those
Good
gigs?
God, nothing's getting by you over here, huh?
Chris the Snake Shaw. Damn.
Damn it, George.
I'm gonna put you at Ralph's table.
Dude,
Yeah, no
seriously,
shit.
dude.
No shit.
I'm just gonna take that little piece off, dude. It's gonna be the H4 instead of the H6.
Ralph, come on over.
Yeah,
Ralph,
you
come
need
on.
to come on.
I'm
man.
fine, right?
Come sit on my Come sit on my lap.
Just keep your
I
shoes
don't,
on,
I don't
Ralph.
trust any of you. I'm gonna sit right here.
But you were just
Not
on
all
the
you
road with
motherfuckers at the same time.
Adam. You were just on the road with Chris Shaw. Then you just went up to Sacramento after that.
Yeah, with Ty Rivera and
nice.
George came with too, and had
How
a
was that
little
road
George
trip?
the Snake White.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess that's karma.
I mean, it was fun because it was a short one, you know. So now that I moved over here, one of the best things about this whole entire Vegas scene is that
Where you can go?
yeah, you can easily travel and go to different places. You don't have to, you know, it's cheaper to live here than it is to live in LA.
Yep.
You know, and I can still drive 4 hours and go to LA and hit up showcases.
LA,
and-
San Diego.
Dude, there's
like
like a fucking
Phoenix,
like a
everything.
$10, $12 Flix bus ride.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like
wow.
holy shit,
Flix
yeah,
bus,
dude. Like
yeah.
I'm almost tempted to do that just so I don't have to pay money on fucking gas. The only thing is you don't have your own ride, but now there's Uber.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So fuck it, dude. As long as I can shoot up in that fucking car, I'm good.
Whoa,
you know?
Jesus.
JK, dude. JK.
Are there any cheap buses out to the Bay Area? Or
Yeah,
Are
like
you
all the
asking right now? Just Google it.
No,
You've been
we're a
fucking-
podcast.
I'm just curious what he knows. He's a young man full of knowledge.
Well,
I get to.
I work in the tour. I work in the tour industry, and they drive buses. The coach buses, and that's what they take. So, in my yard, there's a couple of them that go out to L.A. and stuff. I don't know where their routes are, but they're like super cheap because they're just based. They're like.
It's like $5 to LA. It's literally $5.
Yeah, it's like crazy. It's
to
like
go
you
to
just
LA.
chipping in for gas. And they're like, we got like 30 people, so like $5, I guess. You know, like what the fuck?
We'll crunch the numbers later. Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing.
We'll hit you up in Barstow.
Yeah. Well,
That or we'll leave you there.
you know, to reiterate Adam's point is when I started comedy in like South Central Texas, not like that kind of South Central, but I don't think I did my first out of state gig until I was like 6 years deep, and it was Louisiana. Just because Texas is fucking huge.
It's huge. Dude,
And so the distance,
John Stringer just goes around Texas and just lives,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like
So,
makes the
you
life.
know, when you're in Vegas and you're like, oh, the distance from, you know, like from San Antonio to Austin is an hour and a half. Well, shit, hour and a half out of Vegas, you're already in Arizona. You know?
Yeah, totally,
If you're
dude.
going to, you know, from San Antonio to Dallas, San Antonio to Houston, or the Valley, you're in L.A., you're in, you know, almost Reno, Phoenix, and
Well,
other
yeah, and that's
places.
just
It's
this is
ridiculous.
such a major hub for flights too. You can,
Yeah.
And,
you
yeah,
know,
flights
like-
are super
yeah.
cheap, and the thing is
Yeah,
that like
that
in
too.
El Paso, yeah, it's fucking 8 hours to go anywhere, you know. So you were kind of like you had to like string together shows, and that makes it more difficult because especially if you're having a hard time picking up credits because you're only working that club, you are constantly sitting there networking. You're constantly at the club and schmoozing and just kind of like, hey, you know, and it almost felt like you were fucking like a parasite. Like you wanted to be like, holy shit, dude, just I'm good. You saw me, take me, you know, vouch for me. I don't want to drive out 8 hours for a fucking
When you
5-10
go to the
minute
shelter
spot.
and see the puppies, ah!
Yeah, exactly.
They're like, oh, I can't take you with me, but you're nice. Yeah.
Turn that into a meme.
Oh, thank you. All right.
Do the meme thing.
do that
Just
thing.
me in Photoshop. Like,
On stage.
Would you go see that show? Is just him looking through his Twitter page on a projector screen and just
A
going over there,
PowerPoint meme show?
and just like, hey, check that out. You guys remember when I made that joke? And everyone's like, yeah, and he's like, you guys can like it now. You know?
Yeah.
That's at Seesaw, right? That show.
Documented.
that's at sea. No one saw it. Yeah.
Well, like I always tell people in El Paso or who come through El Paso, it's a 12-hour drive from LA to El Paso, which is West Texas. Then if you want to get to the other side of Texas, it's another 12 hours. Shit. So that's how big Texas is.
Yeah, Texas is massive, dude. Fucking
That's why
seriously.
you can just stay in Texas and be a comic and just keep doing that circuit of Dallas, Arlington, you know, Austin, you know, and do all the little sand places.
Panhandle.
Panhandle. You can just
Oh yeah, and by the
stay
time
there.
you show up, the fucking people are like, "I remember you
That was
way
6
back."
months-
You're like,
yeah,
you're like,
yeah.
"Fuck, dude." They're like, But it just seems a lot longer. It's a lot of time.
And the thing
a lot
is,
of travel in between.
It's oil field workers, so
Oh,
they're
Christ.
willing to drop money on a show. I mean, they're not really going to enjoy it, but they'll fucking drop money on a show.
Yeah.
So you're going over there and you're making a decent paycheck, but then you ask yourself, like,
Is it
you
fulfilling?
Really, are you having fun on this? Like, are you really having fun sitting there trying to fucking bat these guys down or just like, yell shit randomly during your shit?
Shitty crowd, yeah.
Yeah, so like I don't like to think like, oh, there's bad crowds, but there are those crowds who are just like, well,
There's
fuck
definitely,
it.
yeah. I mean, it's funny is like there's always that rule of thumb, like no matter how bad everybody has it, you like somebody, like you should be able to turn them. Like, no, sometimes they're just fucking assholes. You know what I mean? Like
They
seriously,
just don't know
like
any better. They
like
haven't been to a
like
comedy show, yeah.
Well, there's that, and there's like what, unless you're just like no one's that schmucky enough to really schlep it up and play it to where you're gonna get them to laugh. Like there should be a modicum of like fucking like standard of where you're doing your comedy or where you're doing your common intellect is. You don't got to play it down to where you can if I can't raise you up,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like fuck, I don't know what to do. I'm not gonna go down any lower and be like.
I mean, we were getting booked on. I did a swap meet, like an indoor like flea market swap meet, right? Where half of everybody in there speaks Spanish. I don't fucking speak Spanish, even though I'm from there, right? And it was like,
And you
all
got
of
the
us-
look.
and
You
we
got the
all
look.
the fucking
And the
shit.
name.
And they were like, "Oh, Adam Dominguez, who's that guy?" And I'm like, "I don't know, but nobody knows you fuckers either. So let's enjoy this." And we all there was 4 comics on the lineup. We all did straws to see who was gonna go up first and last, and I got the last part. And seriously, you're having little kids run around in front of you while you're trying to make these jokes work.
I've had
And,
shows like that.
Yeah,
dude.
the only people who are listening are the people who are in their vendor booths, just sitting there and they're just
Killing
like,
time at work. Like, this
it's-
breaks it up.
in Spanish, like
yeah.
raspas, raspas, and then haha, raspas. And you're like, God damn it, dude. And the thing is at that time it was all like, hey man, but you're getting $30 to go up there and do 15 minutes, and I was like, fuck, I'll take it.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Fucking take it, dude.
I'll read Twitter for that. You know what I mean? I'll just punch it up a little bit, like
I'll do my meme thing. I'm like, hey, everybody, pull out your phones
My
and go to
meme
Y2 KoolAid.
You ever
And
get
we'll
down to
scroll through together.
what's it called? Harlingen? You ever go through there?
I've done Harlingen, yeah.
My wife's family's from Harlingen.
I'm so sorry to hear that.
We've gone down there before. And I don't speak, so we're going kind of like what you said. I don't speak. I'm not even Mexican. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, Slyman threw me off.
yeah, like I don't
Yeah.
speak Spanish at all. But her great grandma lives there, and she
That's
sits
deep-
on the
deep
porch
Mexico.
every day. And they were like, because we were there, all the family was visiting. For some reason, I ended up alone on the porch with her great grandma. She was talking to me in Spanish,
Smoking a blunt.
and I'm
Shotgun.
like, yeah, like I'm just
Yeah.
like being nice. She's like 97, you know what I mean? So all of a sudden, this lady hasn't gotten up off the porch all day since like 9 a.m. It's like 10 o'clock at night. All of a sudden, she goes up, she goes into her room, and she finds some money, and she comes out to bring me money. And then all the uncles come out, and they're like ready to kill me because they asked her inside, like, what are you doing? And she's like, oh, he needs to get some food. He said my food's horrible, and he hates it here. So, like, all the uncles were going to come out and be like, what the
shit.
fuck? You said that to the great grandma? Like, what the fuck is I've never met these people. This is the first time I'm meeting them. I'm like, I didn't say shit, bro. Like, she was talking to me. I was just shaking my head. And then they all like, oh, okay. Like, we'll let you live. I was like, fuck, dude. That was close, bro.
It's dementia
Like,
or
dude,
what?
that was like fucking
Yeah, I was gonna
crazy.
say, it sounded like something like that, dude.
It was
Like,
hilarious.
Like I've got fans out in like Harlingen, Edinburgh, all that little area there, and they're all cool. But I don't hang out a lot after shows because the vibe is a lot like that.
Dude, there was a fucking murder at our hotel. Like, and we were staying at a motel. Like,
Yeah.
and, like someone got
Jeez.
Is
smoked.
that in the
like,
review? Is
yeah,
that
we're
like
like
hotels?
3 o'clock in the morning. Like, I hear bang bang, and like I look out and I see the car peeling off. And I'm like, what the fuck?
You're like-
holy shit! Like I was just trying to go to the gas station and get some of those bomb ass tacos. Like
the
what the
stripes.
fuck?
The
Yeah.
review is like the continental breakfast was great. Oh yeah, by the way, there was a double homicide two fucking doors down.
It's like the Yelp reviews on that park.
Yeah, dude. There's a Yelp review on this park.
There's a haunted park here, and the guys that were just here,
Yeah.
they were telling us about this park, and I was trying to look up how old the park was to see how old this, like legend could
There's
be.
the kid swinging on the swing set.
And there's like Yelp reviews, and one guy gave the park a 1-star Yelp review. He's like, lame ass park, this bullshit park. There's no ghosts here, it's just a bunch of kids playing and shit. I'm like, wait a minute, doesn't that make it a good park? Like there's no ghosts, it's just kids playing.
swinging, you know.
Fucking lame ass
Or
part.
what if you had some like weird pervy dudes leaving message or reviews?
Kids aren't cute enough.
Yeah. They're like, the kids here are too chubby. I think they need more challenging.
They don't like free candy.
Yeah, there you go.
They wanted to pay for it.
They're like, everybody already had a puppy. Wouldn't help me look for mine.
If you did see like a hotel that did advertise like as seen on TV, you've seen the episode of First 48 that we've been on. You're like, oh shit.
Like, you've heard of the bed bug crisis of 2017. Well, here's the epicenter.
As
Like,
seen on Dateline. Yeah, that's
Gross.
Yeah, what would
I've stayed
mess
at
you
a
up
few
more,
places
like,
like that.
seeing like a condom wrapper or used condom in the room, or like, oh look, that's where they buried the body or the bodies.
There's this still
in the box
chalk
spring.
outline. The fucking the meth lab still smoldering in the
Like,
fucking.
well, I got a good deal.
like look, South Texas, love you guys, but you all motherfuckers know that shit's true. It is not even
Well, then what's the little town right there when you when you go to, what's the little border town right there?
McAllen or
McAllen
Was
or
that
Brownsville.
Progresso or something with a P.
Progresso in that.
Progresso. No, it's
Isn't that a soup, motherfucker?
That's what I'm saying. Like
Campbell's.
it's something. Chef Boyardee, was it? It was something with a P. I can't remember.
New
the name.
York City.
But like we went there and it was all fucking crazy too. Like there was like cartel wars.
Face
going on, like-
pecaning.
Far.
PHARR.
No, it was
Far the
It
snake,
had the hard
Texas.
P.
I'll fucking dig it up. I'll dig it up. But it was
Jake
something
the
like
Snake's hard P.
Jake
the hard
Jake
P.
the, Jake the
that.
Far
Mexico?
Roberts.
But no, it's crazy down there. Like yeah.
Portales?
No,
No,
Portales is not. Yeah.
Yeah, I was just down there too in late January and had a good time. And
Portales?
no, but you know, McAllen,
Jake the Snake
that area.
Roberts?
God, fucking damn it. Thanks, guys.
Thanks for bringing your friends out.
You guys got started doing comedy. You said in El Paso, right?
Yeah.
Is that?
Yeah, about 8 years ago. 8 years ago.
Yeah, I got started in Korea, but then did it out there for about 9 months, moved back to El Paso. And then actually Adam was the host at the open mic, the first show that I did in El Paso. And then
What's an open mic? Don't call it a
So,
show.
we've been fast friends ever since.
so question to everybody though here. What's the motivation to being a comic? Is it to
live with Jake the Snake Roberts.
Goal achieved.
That's why
Rock,
Alex
Ralph.
hasn't done anything since.
Yeah.
He's hit
Oh
it.
yeah, that's right. I haven't. Yeah, I haven't done a single. I've been able to retire on that nut.
he peaked on that.
Yeah. Oh man.
That
It
was
is
high school.
Progresso. It is Progresso. Yeah.
Oh Jesus! Mike.
It's a weird callback.
Yeah, just let you guys know I'm not talking about soups and shit. You know, have to have the brain together.
Donovan McNabb is the spokesperson for Progresso Chunky Soup.
Soup.
But,
Hey Ralph, how's it going over there?
It's going on.
It's going.
I was wondering what was up with that blunt. I don't know if Trez put it out.
Trez is he's
I'm just sitting on it. Yeah, dude.
but there's
I'm having a
another
good time.
Come his pinky ring.
No, but that's mine.
Oh, I see.
Is George offering other
now.
people's weed?
Come on over here, Ralph. Just take
Yeah,
this
come on,
other weed over here.
come on. You want to?
We'll switch you out with George.
I'd
We're
be
gonna
okay with
we're gonna
that.
bring in the lefty over here. No, but the question stands though, guys. Like, what brought you into comedy? What's the ultimate goal? What's the drive, the motivation? I mean, seriously, dude, because to do stand up comedy, man, you're especially as a career, you're really not giving a fuck about like the normal path of life, dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, dude, I'm gonna let you know, I've had fucking great jobs. I fucking burned the damn house. I fucking burned everything. I put my for the things that I'm about.
For insurance
I put my
money,
fucking
or?
no. I'm saying I'm saying, but like to make sure I can never go back.
Oh,
You know what I
okay,
mean?
yeah,
Like I
yeah.
put everything on the line, dude.
Yeah.
Like when I do it, I put it all on the line. And you know, like comedy, somehow, some way between telling jokes, talking into this microphone, and talking in front of people, I gotta fucking put a roof over my fucking kids' heads and fucking feed the family and that type shit. You know, we're a different beast.
Yeah.
What made you decide? Hold on one second, I'm fucking idiot. But what made you decide? I'm setting this up. I'm just setting this up. I'm setting this up. Hey, he's
holding the blunt while trying to light it.
For those of you,
Yeah, sorry,
who
I'm
aren't
setting this
here
up.
right
But,
now.
but no,
Yeah.
but my whole thing
Trez.
is like my whole thing is like
Why do you do this?
well, it's not so much why. Well, I guess why do you do it? But like and also the realization like this is it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's that.
Well, I think it's the freelancing spirit like wanting to get out and be your own boss because you get to set the terms. And it's a pretty easy.
But then why comedy? Why didn't you pick like?
Why? That's why I was going to say. I think it's also an easy industry for people like us because, like KoolAid, we're talking about him being a content creator. You couldn't do that as an actor. You need a director. You need a script writer. You need a crew. But as a comic, you do everything.
You do everything.
So you set the terms. I mean, you really are beholden to bookers and managers and shit like that. But really, it's all on you. Your drive, your talent, everything.
My neck, my back. I see my crack.
So
My
yeah,
neck, the back Roberts.
Dude.
so it's kind of like
Man.
being you're an entrepreneur, even though you're not making fistfuls of money.
So okay, so I mean that. But where's your drive? Where's your motivation? Where's the
For
furnace?
me,
Where's
it's that rush? That rush
The
when
spike?
I'm on stage.
Have you heard YYZ? It's a great
And
album.
yeah, stupid. I'm here in 2112. Just when it's a packed room, and just every joke is landing.
fucking belly laugh through the whole fucking room,
and
right?
you're
Like
just,
that
they're
roar.
going along with you on that journey, and and it's especially better if you're just feeling yourself in that moment. You're almost like tapping into a communal vibe.
So
you're channeling everything. I'm not done, Trez.
Okay,
And
I'm trying to enhance this. I'm trying to
I'm
like.
describing the buzz.
Okay,
And so it's just getting that rush of not only everyone's attention, but of course approval and adulation and laughing, and that you're the conductor of this laugh orchestra symphony, and then at the end of the night you can be like, all right, good night, bye, and then
Right,
So it's kind of a way of connecting.
It's like
for sure.
it's like your mistress in a sense. You just kind of crept
Well,
in the
I
room.
told my girl she's my Becky with the good hair to my Jay-Z, and because comedy is that's Beyonce, for sure, and a lot of sacrifices that we've made, and like you were talking about, I could have this decent job 9 to 5 and get paychecks on the 1st and the 15th, whatever. But
and I have a gig, but it's at least it's still within comedy.
Right.
But no, dude, I had to get away. I had to end everything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? In order to fucking be normal.
Yeah.
Or at least.
Leave your
My
regular
normal.
family back in Tulsa, your secret family.
yeah. Right.
Start your West Coast one. There you go.
Yeah, I wish.
But for me, it's that.
Just like my daddy.
Yeah, and that and the instant gratification of you put something out and then you get it back. I mean, as musicians, you can't really. All right, we got to write a song. We got to practice a song, and then it's because you're in a band. Oh, it's all this, and then all right, let's go put it out there now, live, try it out, and see the response. With comedy, I think it. I could say it milliseconds later. And then get that response and that reaction. And I just love comedy. I love being on stage. Most of the time I like meeting people.
Right.
And then,
It takes you places.
Yeah.
Right.
The second best thing I love about comedy is hanging out with other comics.
Like Jake the Snake Roberts.
And Stormy Daniels.
Jake the Snake Comics.
There you go.
Jake the Snake Daniels, dog.
Boom, roasted. But just hanging out and broing out with comics and just making each other laugh and hanging out with those like-minded people where, it's like, oh, okay, let's, if I can make a comic laugh or vice versa, just that whole hangout is awesome. And traveling is cool too, like in certain doses. But, there's, whenever you're at home, you're like, God, I need to get out there, get on the road. And then you're on day 4, 5, 6, or day 12, and you're like, I just want to go home.
Or Daytona.
So it's like so you're making a living just fucking doing you.
Yeah.
Right. Like doing what like it's almost like our life is like a fucking vlog, if you will. You know what I mean? Like seriously, like before we were vlogging before like that shit was, that was like the whole comics like deal. But so you're going, you get that feeling, you get that rush, you get the you're
That's
controlling.
And yeah.
Is that something that is that what motivates you? Is that the motivating factor in you telling jokes though?
I always look for next gig. What's the next gig? And then do I want to be famous and rich, and that'd be cool. I mean, it'd be like, for me, like I'll get recognized, not on a major level, just like, hey, you're that comedian guy, right? And I'm like, oh, that's like just a side effect of, because I mean, get recognized for if I worked at a certain store or whatever, and they're like, hey, you're the guy that sold me the blah blah blah. But that is cool to get that kind of like recognition. Be like, oh yeah, I've been doing this for a minute, or yeah, they do recognize me from something like that. But it'd be cool to afford more shit, or like to like or pay my bills on time. There we go. I can pay all my bills and shit, but now I just want to pay them on time and
don't want to stress it, dude.
Yeah,
like to get that 6 months paid in advance.
Yeah, there you go.
have that kind of stress. And
be rewarded for my talent and hard work, and stop selling myself short, or pricing myself too cheap, because it's like, know your worth, people.
Yeah, no, that's a very big thing, dude. That's a very big hurdle for anybody doing any kind of thing, whether you're like video editing, or if you're doing photography, or if you're telling jokes, or even if you're a musician, even a CPA. You know what I mean? They're afraid to like list their price, and I get it, because you feel like, oh, it's not that special what I do, but then you're like, you're saving the day for somebody else.
Yeah,
or you're doing something, you know what I mean? Like, you really don't think, but, like, what, Adam, what's like a motivation that gets you to commit to this?
All of my favorite people growing up, I actually had a really, really cool dad who, introduced me to a lot of comics. Like, I grew up on, like, Red Fox and shit, so, like, and those were my favorite people in the world, and I would just see how they would live life transparently, and they had TV shows and writing and everything, and granted, they were still very, for the most part, humble, like there was these people who were like, they weren't fucking sitting.
You're humble when the tax man come and take all your shit, dog.
Yeah.
No,
imagine if Red Fox had an Instagram.
He'd thrive on Twitter. He'd thrive on Twitter.
And I see it, and the motivating factor for me was more of a status. It wasn't really so much about money or anything like that. I mean, I have my side hustles, that keep everything paid. But all those side hustles and all those fucking years of doing, no one noticed that. No one of those years and years and years of like doing fucking open mics and shit.
Sorry.
I like how it goes.
I'm sorry.
We all noticed it. I was like, do we play it off?
Well, no. The thing is like I'm hitting the blunt, and I hit the fucking the microphone, the thing, and now it looks
like afro.
Yeah, the mic fro, and it looks like when the people got the shot back in the day. They got in the arm and left the fucking scar. Yeah, it looks like that, or a chicken pox fucking. So
or maybe it just looks like a blunt burn.
Yeah, can we just? Let's accept it for what it is.
I'm just saying what it looks like for
Trez
people
comes
not
over,
listening.
breaks your shit, makes a joke out of it.
Yeah.
It's all good. Now you got a funny joke. All right. Sorry, bye.
It's all good. What? Erase these.
Oh, you know the blood mixer, right?
So you're. I'm sorry. After I fucking torched the mic.
It's more status, I guess, in my head. Just to put it fucking.
Is that what you see comedy as? For you is like.
I think they're just fucking. It's. I'm coming from the age of where everybody was who was a philosopher was a fucking comic.
Right?
Those people who would fucking spit these hard truths and these hard.
It's kind of like, well, that's like throughout the ages, though. I mean,
yeah. And I mean, now it's easier to accept to access. So everybody can get a piece of fucking philosophy somewhere. But I'm still fucking old school mentality on that shit. Like, I would love to jump up on stage, spit some hot takes of things that I fucking think and I fucking believe, and then eventually get to that point and have people just show up and say, wow, that was hilarious, but it was also fucking true. And that's how I would love to live my life, And
you're doing it, dude.
If it fucking pays my bills, even better. But if it doesn't, and it just turns into fucking apostle-like shit of just going over there and being like, let me tell you, from my take of everything.
Well, I think that's what's like really cool. And even though I don't obviously as comedians, we don't put out all of our stuff, but I record all my shit. It's so fucking tough to just listen to myself. But dude, eventually, like, you'll catch those in the moment, those type deals, those inspirational things that you probably were just throwaways at the time.
Yeah.
But then you go back, and you're like, holy shit, dude! Like that was sitting on fucking gold right
Like
there.
you were on
know what I
something
mean? Like,
profound. Like
yeah, and then like you can touch back with that, but like now what you're saying is like, back in the day you had to archive that in books, and then those books had to be accepted. That thought to find its way to like us
to the
today.
to the masses. Yeah.
It's going to be the same way, but at least it's going to be a little bit more easily acceptable or accessible. Be it if it is in the fucking Twitter sphere, if
Now-
it is in the fucking.
Now, keep in mind,
If that's still.
I say all this, right? I say that's where I want to get, and I totally understand. I go up there and I do a bunch of dick jokes. I totally get that
Philosophy.
Yeah, it's my philosophy. It's
Why is it?
it's my
It's
care.
always, it's down to the chakras,
My fucking KRS One. This is the fucking teacher right here. And by the way, my balls are hairy. Like it's like, oh wow,
There you go.
fucking preach.
Feelers.
So like, yeah, go get beer, George. Yes, please. So,
I didn't want to interrupt your shitty story. Sorry.
don't worry, we'll give you a guest spot on this podcast later.
Oh, now we got a fart mic.
Oh, great. Whoever puts that to their mouth next.
George.
Yeah. Hey, dude.
Yeah, that's my motivation. My motivation is just that having that fan following of people who fucking show up and they're like, dude, this guy's gonna go fucking crazy, and that's why we show up. And I would love nothing more than just to fucking live my life consistently doing that. Thank you, sir.
Mm-hmm.
So the
Just
money,
to fit in.
yeah.
Hey, what are you mumbling, Ralph? Marbles?
I was handed a Keystone Light, which I think this might only be like the second or third time in my life that this has happened.
Oh, really?
Hey man,
I
for
want-
$6.99 a 15 pack.
No, I want it. Listen, that's it.
Nothing
I'm
wrong with
opening it.
Keystone.
I'm opening
That's
it.
where I'm at in my comedy career.
All of a sudden, Ralph has standards.
I'm drinking vanilla Jim Beam that was
I
donated.
saw that. That looks even more disgusting.
It
I
is
will-
very
See that?
disgusting,
Hand me that bottle.
but it's free.
that was a gift.
I'm not drinking beer right
Whatever. If I busted open a 12-pack of Natty Ice right now, it would get similar remarks. All right, certain beers.
You know what my favorite beer is?
Certain beers when they're
cold
just
one.
warm.
now. Cold
I was
one.
gonna fart.
He said a cold one.
I'm drinking both the vanilla
It's my favorite kind of dead person.
Nice.
and the
cold one.
tequila.
Pinky out on both, dog.
Yeah.
Pinky out on both. It's not bad. It's just weird.
I mean, yeah. I'm
The
not-
first one tastes terrible, but the seventh one, mwah.
There's
Yeah.
such a
Gotta
nice,
prime the system. Huh?
nice bouquet on that. It's a good. Just
God, you throw up one time in front of a guy.
He never lets it
Yeah. I was trying to be bulimic one night, and
It was
it's not for me.
go. It cascaded. It was like a fucking geyser that cascaded down his body.
It arced.
And his only concern was that I didn't record him.
Yeah, because he's Mr. fucking, like, oh, I got to get this
And
for
so,
content.
and I knew it was a moment of vulnerability, so I was like, "Hey, dude, I'm not recording you." And then in the middle of it, oh, thank you.
You know what you do
I
with
sound
that,
like
though,
a
is
dog drowning.
it can always be deleted.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah. But I felt like if I had it, it was going straight up on Instagram. So I was like, nah, I'll give him that
I
peace
don't
of
like
mind.
to see that.
It
I'm not gonna lie.
It was
Apparently, I throw up like a South Park character.
oh Jesus, dude.
Just a fucking prosecutor in the 1800s. Just
There's a dog barking underwater.
how would you spell that? How would you have to spell?
I,
a lot of H's, A's, and R's.
the snake.
The snake.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, George, how about you? What motivates you as far as like getting out?
Well, I think it's the
Slinging
rush.
jokes.
It's the rush of getting on stage, and once you get to a point in your confidence, in your development, where you can do crowd work, that just takes it to a whole nother level. But yeah, I think it is just the entrepreneurial spirit. Like, how can I generate revenue by just going up there and talking, and then all the different side hustles that go along with that? Because even Adam's side hustle revolves around entertainment. It revolves around comedy. So what else can we do to put bread on the table? The Keystone lip smack. That's what we got from Ralph right now. Just like, I can't believe I'm doing this.
If they bring back the bitter beer face, you got it, dude. You got it.
I do that for all beers, though. Like even good. I just I've never liked the taste of beer. I just like the effects.
So
You're
Ralph,
like a 15-year-old girl, just like, I guess.
Ralph, I pose a question to you. What motivates you to do comedy other than your upcoming mayoral race?
Yeah, if the politic thing works out, I'll probably quit comedy.
Yeah.
Well, you'll have to go.
I hope it works out.
You shouldn't.
I don't
Go
know.
for it.
Mayor shit is your side hustle.
Right. I always talk. It's funny because every 10th person I tell that joke to is like, you should run for mayor. I'm like, I'm not running for mayor. Like, how much is it? They want to have real conversations. Like, have you done the research? And I'm like, no,
Dude,
I haven't. Because Vegas really almost offers that appeal. It's like, I bet I could run for office in this city.
We're fucking.
Right?
Not until you get into the inner workings of how Vegas works.
Well, yeah, but
what
I'm
kind
just
of
like the
fucking bar
general
It's
walking.
like, fuck, you see Ralph's car blew up? That's
Whatever. All right.
His car already
just
looks
from
like it
shitty
blew up,
maintenance.
dude.
Well, that's it. It still has a different political element than anywhere else. Like Oscar Goodman,
There ain't no
whatever.
political
I'm not
element
talking
over here, dude.
Yeah.
It's the way of the
Same,
gun.
same. Yeah, it's the way of the gun.
The way of
right?
the gun, doggy. That's the fucking. That's the wild, wild west. Yeah, dude. This fucking.
It's Ralph
wide
Swig
open.
it.
Swig it, bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
Wait, give me some.
Therapy.
before I lip it?
I already lipped it. I lipped it already.
It's liquor, dude. It'll disinfect it when you pour it out.
It won't, though.
The liquor will be disinfected, but the vanilla won't, right,
Dude,
Jack?
the vanilla will linger.
No, it's like when you have that,
vanilla
when you
will be
wake up
the
in the
killer.
morning and you still taste the whiskey, but then you're like, oh, there's a shitty air freshener in here.
Yeah,
That's what this reminds me of.
It's not vanilla. It's
smells like
like
strippers.
gardenias. It
smells like strippers, that's what it is.
It's bourbon
like
and
single
gardenias. Single moms, terrible, dude. I know that smell. I know that vanilla stripper fucking scent.
The fucking love spell from fucking.
Yeah, dude.
Oh yeah, I totally know.
That fucking fruit basket.
Oh, my God.
What the fuck?
Was that you? Was that
you-
you?
the only
Did that
reason-
noise
Did you
come
hear
from you? Well,
Dude,
holy
what
fuck.
What kind of bubbling cauldron of fucking death is going on
The
back
only
there,
reason
dude?
he laughed is because we caught him. He would have kept talking if we didn't hear him.
We got clipping on the
Bubble
audio.
gum,
from that thing.
You
Dude, that
fucking
would've-
hitting a speed bag?
Just
What the
killed
fuck?
the mouse.
Dude, that,
You're welcome.
dude, that fucking blast right there would have fucking been a paranormal investigation.
That's the
dude.
title
That was
of
fucking
that's
next
the title of the
level.
podcast. Bubble guts.
Yeah.
You fucking net. And then you tongued the Jim Beam and then farted like this.
Dude,
Also,
I think
dude, that shot really jarred something loose, huh? He fucking just.
I didn't fart out of my mouth and put the fucking
Okay,
bottle
so
in
we
my
wa-
asshole.
wait.
It's
You
coming
throw
next,
up
though.
the same way you fucking fart. Just blah, 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 blah.
It's violent on both ends, dog.
Jesus Christ.
I make a symphony of sounds
You're the one who farted, and now you're the one who's crying. Like, you're
from laughing.
She was busted. You should say like.
Tear gas.
I was like, was that really you? And he turned so red. I was like, oh, it was you. Holy fuck. That
Oh
was,
yeah, I'm not denying
Bro,
it.
it sounded like a dog fight over there. I don't know, like this fucking
Michael
couple
Vick in his asshole.
couple pit bulls going on, dude.
We,
vanilla whiskey and
We have
Keystone.
vanilla-
There you go.
Yeah.
we had an idea to stream
it's like Tom
us
Waits
watching.
scatting.
What?
We had an idea to stream us watching different movies and shit, and so we decided to make the first one Bandersnatch on Netflix, and so we
can
watched it
go-
for like
you
4
can go
hours.
watch.
And you can watch KoolAid fart on me the entire time.
Oh wow, dude.
And then we immediately stopped doing that project.
It got
And so
hostile.
now I got
It very
PTSD.
hostile.
it's starting to work its way over.
It's working its way over
Yeah, I
here.
got PTSD
Dude.
from
Because he
that.
kept picking the wrong thing, and I was like,
Oh, it's
I
working
gotta
its way
punish
over
him.
there?
Yeah.
Okay,
Dude,
nice.
Adam needs a respirator, dude. He needs to fucking. We need to.
Well, he has sleep apnea, so he needs.
I need to get one of those Japanese
That was-
surgeon
Why,
masks.
Dude,
came
that,
out?
that
I thought it
sounded
stayed
like
in.
that sounded
Look,
like when someone was trying to get their fucking breath from like the minute of holding their breath from sleep apnea.
Yeah.
I feel like we unearthed a fucking genie and just moved over a tomb, and all of a sudden just
rolled the rock over.
just rolled the rock over, and Jesus came back 3 days later.
Is that
Sounds
the
like
cave?
a flooded
Is
Jeep.
that- Fucking hemorrhoid moves out. Here comes Jesus.
Yeah.
Like, he has risen. Yes.
Mucho trabajo.
Oh, yeah. I can do the whole podcast about farts. Like, I've had some doozies in my day. I tell you what. Hell yeah.
It's some doozies that didn't even leave the body. You ever
Yeah.
have those
Oh, that'd be
farts?
great. If I went to
You
the
ever have
doctor, if I went to the doctor and weighed myself, and they're like, "Yeah, you're 210," I'm like, "What? Yeah, you're just full of farts, bro." Yeah. They're like, "You just gotta let one rip, bro."
But like real scientific,
over
really,
Sam's
really
whoopee cushion.
scientific shit, dude. I always thought like big dudes, right, that they would fart and then you wouldn't hear it till like 15 minutes later.
Like a sniper
Like
shot.
yeah, it had to get out of them first and find their way.
Had to traverse like they farted like 10 minutes ago, but it's just now making.
Well, it's
like,
because fat dudes always, whenever they fart, they seem the most surprised that it happened. Because
a lot of times I can't control it.
it'll fucking happen. They'll be like,
Hey, Will, was that you?
It's like the sperm looking for the egg. Yeah. The fart getting out. It's like that in reverse.
My buddy in Minnesota, he's like, well, what was that? What was that? dude?"
they're so confused by it.
was yesterday.
But us like thinner guys in a fucking normal frame, like we know, we're like, oh, it's about to happen, and it happens. Fat dude does it. They're like, what? What? Someone knocking on the door?
I didn't plan that. Well, the worst for me is when I get out of the car, especially. And sometimes, like, you know, I'll be in an Uber, or like one night you were dropping me off.
It's when you have
and I
to
was
give
like,
that extra oomph.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's like I have to
There's just a
swing
little
the leg
pocket
out.
of air.
The
yeah,
fart
dude.
came from my knees.
And I
It was
like,
the leather.
I was like, I'll be nice to him. I'll try not to. And so I was like, should I preface it with, hey, I'm not trying to fart, but if it happens, I'm really sorry. But I was like, nah, fuck it. I got it. And so I got out of the car and just went, oh, thank God. And he was like, what? And I go, I thought I was going to fart in your car, and you didn't deserve that because you dropped me off here. So thank you. I'm going to fart over there.
So imagine
Dude, please tell me
100%.
you got a bit.
100% of your
fucking
human
money.
potential, right?
No, I don't write fart
now,
jokes.
you're thinking about holding that pen. 100% of your human potential is you're fucking doing shit. And I figure he's putting aside 40% of his whole entire effort holding in farts. And I can only imagine that
Well, it's like
if-
Mystique.
like a limitless pill on him where all of a sudden it's just constantly farting and then fucking beating the stock market. Like,
But his price is he has to fart all the time.
yeah, like that's the fucking give and take. It's like, hey man, you're gonna be the most successful person ever, but you are just gonna be nonstop fucking dirty muffler just down there.
Well, it's like Mystique having to maintain her human form. Like she uses so much of her brain power.
When you say dirty muffler, I just think of that thing where they put a fleshlight over the exhaust.
Yeah, that's what my butthole probably looks like when I do fart. So.
Prove it.
So you're like, you'll be rich and famous, like all this stuff, but you'll have a forever dirty muffler. I'm assuming he has dirty muffler or close to it right now.
All the time right now. And he's just like, I've been doing this shit for free.
Yeah, it's weird because I'll post. God damn it, I'm not proud of this. Do it. But I'll post like me doing some farts on Instagram, and it'll get interactions. Like people will be like, "That's funny." They'll repost it, or you know, I'll get more follows out of it when I hashtag farts.
Do it.
Does it
And I'm
kill
like-
you to do it?
Part of me does.
He's a fucking comedy purist.
Yeah, and I'm like, I like to write a joke, but hold on.
Yeah,
And then,
dude,
oh look, it gets
just-
interactions.
just a
and
lavalier mic
engagements.
right on your ass crack. dude.
Well, here's the thing. Like, he won't repost memes. Like, you have to write your own memes. He's like that much of a purist.
You made a post about that the other day.
I'll share, yeah.
Yeah.
And I've done it before with the pills you shouldn't swallow.
Yeah.
And it was like, comics should make memes and not share them.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah, yeah.
And then I posted that one a while back. And then I posted one where the guy was sitting at the table, changed my mind. And it was like, comedy's better live than YouTube. Changed my mind, you know? Mm-hmm. And so I'm always like, hey, go see us.
Yeah, right.
You know, because
I will fart live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, I've been on stage.
I
and
will
I'm like,
jar
I gotta
this.
be in the back of the stage and fart. Or I've done this where I'll wait for people to laugh, and then during that laugh, I'll fart. I'll time it. I don't do it because I don't want it to be quiet, and then they hear me fart, and I'm just like,
Bro,
You
That
just put
gives
the
a
mic
whole
back
new
there.
meaning.
Just put them. You're like a guitar comic. You come out and plug into the amp. Like, where's this guitar?
Dude,
It's like,
that-
oh, he's gonna
I
fart.
would never disrespect the mic.
That
like
gives
that.
a whole new meaning
Can
to,
you fart it well, though?
to comedic timing,
People think
dude.
I can. So one
I'll
morning,
pull my finger all day
one
long.
We
morning
can get a
we-
guitar mic and just point it at
That's
his
what I'm
ass.
saying. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Just have it mic'd
we
up.
did for a local
Condenser.
morning, a local morning show in San Antonio. One of the personalities was doing. He wanted to do a skit of having musicians audition for Purple Rain's 30th anniversary to like make a band and do a show for the
Sweet.
for the 30th anniversary of Purple Rain. So he was like, "KoolAid, I want you there to audition." And I was like, "All right, I got to bring an instrument. What's going to be funny for a fat guy to hold? Ukulele, you know." So I get a hold of a ukulele. And the night before, I hosted an open mic, and they gave me a $30 beer tab for me. And I was drinking this Goose Island, I think it's called, IPA.
IPA.
I was drinking IPAs like a son of a bitch all night.
Tasty.
So, and then in the morning, like I can feel my stomach. Blah, 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 blah,
Oh, yeah,
blah,
yeah,
blah, blah,
yeah,
blah.
yeah.
And they go, "Hey, Alex, you're gonna go first, right? You're a comedian." Because they had an Elvis impersonator. They had some chick with huge fucking Cadillac titties that could sing.
Oh, I love that.
They had a guy pretending to be a rapper. Like all these different musicians were auditioning.
Ralph.
They're like,
Wait, is
"Alex."
he a bad rapper or just a guy pretending to be a rapper?
It was terrible.
Both.
So yeah, so they're like, "Alex, you go first. You set the tone. You know, go do this." So I had to walk this like,
You're a good tone setter.
yeah, I had to walk this like almost 3-point arc to walk into frame and hit the spot. And I was like, okay, so they yell action, and I was like, oh, I gotta fart. I'll just let it eke out. By the time I get to the mic range, I'll be good. So I'm walking, and I go, and I'm still walking.
Like a Jetsons fucking.
And
Propulsion system.
it's for real, a 5-second long fart, and it's getting louder. It's climbing.
It's crescendo.
And I hit the mark, and I go, and I'm in my head. This is what I'm thinking in real time. And I was like, in my head, I was like, God damn it. Like, I'm farting fat guy. This is my career, is I'm farting. And everybody was just stunned. And the guy who's like auditioning me, the Simon Cowell, he goes, "Tell me you just didn't fart on my stage." And I just went, "I just didn't fart on your stage." And he goes, "What happened?" And I just go, "I get nervous." And so he's like the funny man, and then the lady with the clipboard is the straight person. And they're like, "All right, well, yeah." So we have some interaction back and forth.
Yeah.
And so
Mind
do some
blown.
lines back and forth. And so they're like, "Oh, well, thanks for coming in today. We're going to have the next person." So I walk off frame. They yell cut. And everybody busted out laughing. Everybody's like, "Oh, my God, you're a genius." And I'm inside. I'm so fucking embarrassed. But the face I put on is like, yeah, what's up? Yeah. And the other people auditioning were like, they're like, "Did you have a device? We heard it back here." And I'm just like, nah, that was me. But on the inside, I'm just like, so ashamed and dead and broken. But I'm like, ha, 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 ha. And they're like, "That, can you do that on command?" I remember this gorgeous woman just goes, "Can you do that on command?" I'm like, well, you know, it's kind of tricky. And I'm just like bullshitting my way through it. But like that set the tone, killed it. And then at the end of it, when everybody else does their bullshit, we walk off, and the sound guy with the boom mic and everything was like, "Yeah, we got it. That's definitely going to be in." I'm just like,
man.
all right, you know.
Wait, can we look it up? Can we look it up?
Are you able to get that? Are you
I've
able
tried
to
to
get?
look it up, but I haven't been able to find it. It was for
Are
Ken's
you able to
5.
get that?
Because I
Great
think it
Day
was,
SA.
because it was so deep in their timeline or whatever.
Yeah.
Ken. What?
Ken's Kens. Ken's 5. Great Day SA maybe.
Yeah, got it. I'm looking at it.
And then
Yeah, you guys
Prince.
gumshoe that.
Yeah, like it's pretty rowdy, but just like, oh god damn it, just letting out that huge fart, and then at the end they're like, "That was amazing." And it was an accident. It was honestly an accident, but they're just like, "You're fucking brilliant." And the one guy was almost like, "Yeah, you see that? That's comedy."
That's
just like,
comedy, dude. That's
That's
committed.
comedy.
Yeah,
Committed.
It's just like you see, this guy's a fucking professional.
I didn't know what it was until I met you, bro. But you got it.
Yeah, I mean, one guy acted like I changed the fucking game. Like, why aren't you more famous? And I
Like,
was
dude,
like,
I've heard of Cry on Command, but really, like,
you're
your
the
pants.
Meryl Streep of farts, KoolAid.
They want him drug tested for doping,
the
taking performance enhancing drugs.
Yeah, I'm just
Method
like, nah,
acting.
broccoli and Keystone, baby.
the juice life, dog.
Yeah, that too, man. Juicing clears you out too.
Oh,
Fuck yeah, it
dude.
does.
I blasted like, I was like, I it's like a salad shooter, dude. Just fucking
Day
shit.
3 when you're on detox.
Shit was like coming out of me that I didn't even know that I was like, really, dude? Like when did I guess I did, but I don't remember eating the foil on the fucking, you know what I mean? Like the Hershey Kisses, but there's foil coming out of me, you know?
It's like dog shit.
Yeah, dude,
It's always
seriously.
like shit wrapped up in it.
Be like, dude, that was just, I thought that was tough linguine. That was fucking really a shoelace, you know, like terrible, dude.
But yeah, I got plenty more where those came from. That wasn't a threat to you guys, just stories.
It sounded like a threat.
It's a threat. Yeah, it was a
it's
threat.
Well, you know that happens. But dude, when you walk though, or you do the leg hike or something,
Yeah.
sometimes you just get that exceptional fart. You know what I mean? Like, there's a couple where like I've been walking on my tours, dude, and I'm just crop dusting everybody behind me. I'm like. And my guys over here, and I'm spinning around like, and I'm like, I catch some of myself, like but like, I'm just farting the whole time. But like, yeah, nothing like in confined areas though. I'm yet to blast on the bus where we're like in there, you know. But some people do. Like sometimes we're on the tour bus, and someone will fucking let one fly, and I'm like, whoa.
If I used to fart, I used to work in a nursing home, and if I would fart in there, you could just blame it on any geriatric.
Oh yeah.
That's fucked up.
He could just shit himself. Somebody needs to go change him.
For me, the worst part is like, I'm gonna let this one out. This one will be quiet, and then it ends up being.
Oh, it's on command.
Did you see his wallet just jump out over there? Just fucking just left his back pocket, dude. Just
It hit the back wall.
fucking,
The mouse is officially
Bring over the
dead.
scales adjustment. Let's try to weigh these parts.
yeah, shit. It actually just went down.
Yeah.
It just moved.
My favorite part is to use it to punctuate a punchline.
Dude, you smell like a porta potty. God damn.
I think the porta
Yeah,
potty.
you're going like your lies now.
Oh, that is rowdy.
You Beelzebub motherfucker.
There you go. Yeah, dude. Fucking.
Yeah,
We
you
are
are the
not
farting fat guy. You are
Properly
now.
ventilated for
Dude,
this.
no,
Yeah.
he's like, yeah,
You have
seriously.
to cut this short.
He's like that had a hint of like a catheter smell to it. Like so he's
I
got
didn't
their
have
own
any
bag.
cat.
Someone's got their own bag. I gotta enter my bag.
Mikey.
My throat's too sore.
God, I
have
take
a
2
cat.
hits
I'm
from a
in
blunt.
pain.
Yeah.
I'm in pain. You think the blunt did it?
I just had 2 hits, but yeah, my tolerance is so low for
Oh,
weed.
It relaxes his sphincter.
Yeah.
Crazy, dude.
Dude, that night you gave me that edible and I went to Comics Battle, it was a bad night for me. Like,
Oh, that shit was hilarious.
He didn't say shit on stage. He just laughed the whole time.
Wait, was
It's
that the one
so
that I was
weird.
on?
Yeah,
With you?
I was
Oh,
right
yeah.
next to
You
him.
did nothing.
Yeah,
But it
well,
was funny because I was watching you and I was watching Bobby because I gave Bobby one too.
Yeah.
And at the end, he like lit up. That's when he started like going in on Tom.
yeah.
Oh,
You know,
you there,
yeah.
yeah.
Dude, and, like you just were like done.
Smelling
Well, no,
degenerous.
because
Yes.
I said 2
Ah,
things
Jesus Christ,
and they
it just
didn't
hit
land.
me.
That was just
Breathing
coming
into my
way.
mouth. Oh, fuck me. Why? Oh, there's file cabinets back here. I thought there was a window.
There is, but it doesn't.
Yeah, there's a window.
Yeah.
This is a haunted
I
place,
me
dude.
too people with my
Escape room.
farts.
Who what?
I me too people with my farts.
I can see
me
the
too.
biopic 10 years from now when
Yeah.
you're super famous. Yeah, that's I did a podcast with Alex.
He's still wearing earmuffs. Like, I can't hear another fart,
Yes.
or else it'll.
You see the crowd show up. Do the memes. Then the farts.
It's farting meme guy.
Farting meme guy.
I'll close with the farts.
So he's featuring all week at the LA Comedy Club, and it'd be so awesome if one of those nights he just farted when it was dead silent.
Oh man, farting meme guy, the Snake Roberts.
Yeah.
Please,
but still
dude.
recorded.
He mistimes it, like the
Please.
laugh just dies suddenly, and it whop.
Motherfucker, if you do it, I will fucking pay you.
Yeah.
I will.
Can you fart on command?
Yeah.
I mean, if I have a fart loaded, I'll just let it out at a certain time. Yeah.
Yeah, let's do
amazing.
it.
I'll let it out.
Ralph
at a certain
Ralph
time.
just has this
He's
nod
like,
on his head.
Well, because like he's full of shit. All right, look.
No, he's full of gas.
His time. I asked him 10 minutes ago. He fired in command. He's like, no, people think I can. But then he was telling the story. He's like, I ran with it that other time. Now he's willing to sell that shit. Can you fire on command? Absolutely. Been doing it since I was born. Fire on command right
I can
now.
fart your name, Ralph. Like,
Ralph wants to be the P.T. Barnum's of farts and shit. Fucking
we can make some money off of this.
fucking Ringling Brothers of farts.
I can fart the alphabet.
I can already hear it. Let's hear your carnival call. Selling,
It'd be like
selling the farts.
it'd be like the seal with
Yeah,
the fucking trumpets.
If you had to bark to have people come in and see, fucking,
let's hear the
I
carny.
want to hear that. That'd be
Let's hear
fucking.
the, let's hear the carny fucking step right.
Wait, we got the horn section
Step
now.
right up. You smell that, folks? That smells like a winner. This winner right here. He will razzle you. He will dazzle you. He will burn your nose hairs from 100 feet away. What do we got? Give it up for the farting meme sensation.
Alex the Snake Ansel.
Snake Ansel.
Jesus.
Children beware.
Oh, my God.
Double price, first
I
3
think
rows.
I got some Vicks in my desk drawer. I'm going to go put some.
Rub it under your nose. Yeah.
It's the only way to survive.
Put globs in
Have some
your
vanilla
nose.
Jim Beam. You'll be fine.
Yeah, dude, that
Yeah, he
clears the
tongued all over
sinuses,
it. You'll be
bro.
farting
That's
like
some,
him
that's
soon.
some good hooch,
My
bro.
throat's too sore. I'm afraid it'll fucking.
No, it's actually it'll coat it. It's kind of like honey.
Oh, I got honey in the car.
It's honey coated.
I got honey in the car, peanut butter on the desk, Vicks in the drawer. I got all the
And fucking
all the
meat
stuff.
sweats coming out of his ass. Shit.
Yeah, dude. You got methane over here.
Yeah, you know, I'm a natural resource. It's organic, fair trade.
That's
The
not part
Mariana
of,
Trench.
It's not part of AOC's new Green Deal right there.
Yeah. Yeah, you're raising CO2.
That's what I do.
Yeah, according to our last guest, that killed the whole family in 2004.
What?
Fart?
Oh, it blast
Get the
him.
gas.
This fucking butterfly effect of shit.
We're gonna go live now for this one.
That's the fucking the Momo meme, dude.
Nah, it didn't work.
No,
Damn it, see.
you're gonna shit yourself.
He's gonna
Yeah,
shit
dude.
himself.
Hey, you know, you gotta be careful, man. You can't be pushing too hard. This is for everybody. This is for everybody out there. This is for everybody out there in the world. I have a guy that I work with, and I actually opened up a show about this as a story. But a guy I worked with, his brother-in-law was pushing too fucking hard. Can you give me a little dabble of that? Yeah, for sure. And but
Is that the iron of the microphone moving, or is that Alex's asshole?
But anyways, this dude was pushing too hard on his shit, dude, and fucking had a prolapse asshole, fucking had the pink sock fucking come out, right? And fucking dude fucking pushed it back in and went back to work, and I was like, he's all fucking man, you know? But that's the thing, is you gotta be careful. You push too hard, fucking pop out on you, dude. Doesn't take much. There was a dude recently who was getting his kicks with the fucking vacuum while he was jerking off because it felt like someone was sucking on his taint. Well, he fucking went a little
Man,
too
I wish
south.
we had a vacuum.
Pulled out the fucking, gave him the pink sock, sucked his booty hole out his fucking, right? Because the sphincter couldn't fucking hold it. Woo, went all out.
That's
Be
a
careful,
commercial
You
for
must be fun
Dyson.
at
This real
parties.
thing.
That's
Just telling everybody, you gotta be careful. Don't push too hard, dude. It's very fragile down there.
Look, if
So he's trying to, I'm telling him, he's trying to fart on command. All of a sudden, he can be out there, he can be like, beep, balloon animal out the back, you know?
Well, no, I thought I had one.
and
locked
then
loaded,
the
but-
snake was born. Alex the Snake Ansel.
I'll tell you something, brother.
Yeah, I'll tell you something. And I'll
That's
just
where
go
the
to
real
it.
python was.
That's the python. The pink sock is his python.
The pinks. The pink.
See, and it goes back to what I was going to say. What you said right now was very profound. If you really weigh it down, it's just like, guys, remember to push yourself, and continue that hard drive, unless you're going to blow out your asshole. At which point you should probably not.
There's a check valve. You gotta respect the check valve.
engine
You know what I
light.
mean?
You have a check engine light of your life.
You get a check. Well, we all there's all that check valve where you go to fart and you're like your immediate reaction like no, it's not gonna happen because there's something.
Well, that time gets shorter and shorter the older you get.
No, but definitely. But the thing is like it's not like you have a shit right there, but the gas bubble has a membrane around it. There's like a fucking there's this, and it's just gonna go, and it's just enough to stain the things. It's just enough to leave a little liquid, a little booty juice.
Yeah.
But it's not doo-doo juice. Like, what is that? It's not doo-doo juice, but it's booty juice. It's like we got that gland. And you gotta like a dog. You gotta squeeze that gland. You gotta get that. You know what I'm talking about, right?
I don't know. I'm lost over here, man.
Am I the only guy with the fucking? Am I the only guy?
That's the name of our next open mic. Is fucking doo-doo juice.
Is that why your underwear gets stained even though you didn't shit? It's just all the
There's the
membrane?
juice, right? There's
It's
like
a
the
seepage.
No,
Yeah.
not seepage. It's just like the fart, the particulates.
yeah, dude. There's like
Film?
there's shit. There's just there's a little mist. There's a little blowback. There's a little something.
So it's not just air. It's actual like fecal
matter, yeah.
Well, no, but
That
there's
should
no,
be
but
the
there's
name
no,
of your album.
but there's like I said, like your fart. There's like, the heat and the moisture, the humidity, dude. There's
Is it condensation?
there's
There's
definitely
a weird level of condensation on my ass.
there's definitely like there's water.
Yeah,
involved.
it's farticles.
It's
That's what it is.
yeah.
It's farticles.
It's
It's fucking.
Particulates.
Shut up.
I think we all learned that we all want
to.
to hear my asshole more than George.
So there's that British show where the three white guys go racing like boats and shit.
Oh, I just showed him Top Gear and fucking Grand Tour.
Grand Tour is the one that's on Amazon
Okay.
now. And then we decided who each person is.
Weren't they like kicked off for being racist to Mexicans? Top Gear, one of the
he
guys from
punched
Top Gear.
the
Fucking
executive
yeah,
face.
Jeremy Clarkson punched an executive, and then everyone was all like, "Well, that executive deserved it." So then he moved to
Yeah, so the
Amazon.
whole crew
No, but
left. And then
There
he
was a
started his
joke
own
where
show.
they said like,
Oh yeah, no, they're extremely racist. That's
Yeah,
another
yeah,
thing
yeah.
too. Is that like when you watch it, you have to super accept that these are like older guys
rich,
who
old-
just don't give a fuck anymore.
These are old, rich British guys.
oh yeah.
They're already
fuck.
fucking crazy
Yeah.
sense of humor
Yeah.
and fucking it's
like so their sensibility is not going to be the same as over here. So
Oh,
yeah,
God.
they've made open fucking jokes.
No.
Oh,
Kool-Aid's farting for those of you not here.
Fucking Cockney over here, yeah. He had to adjust it for a little bit more flow.
Go ahead, keep doing your Cockney.
No. That's it sounds like my throwing up noise.
But yeah, you were saying
Just
you're
flubble flubble.
I thought you were saying about the British people.
Oh yeah, no. So that we're the different types of personalities, and it's funny that he reacted that way because that's exactly how the guy in the show would react, and so
Yeah,
Guess you had to be there.
pretty much. I guess it's one of those you had to be there, and I'm so glad that we brought that up on a podcast and no one has to.
well, it's to entice people to go watch the show to relate.
We're
on a
not getting
deeper level.
sponsored by the fucking show.
Maybe not anymore.
Hey, but it's always good to turn people on to new shit, dude.
Hey, yeah,
That's
go-
why
go
people
watch-
listen to podcasts to learn about new shit.
I know. That's why we're letting him know about his farts. That's
Yeah,
the fucking.
because it's always new
that's
shit
the
coming
truth.
out
Well,
of
if
my
someone
asshole.
can find that clip, if
Yeah.
someone can find that clip, please send it to Y2 KoolAid or Watermelon Kimchi or Adam J. Dominguez, the comedy.
The common Negro, man. That's me right here.
Comedy Negro.
The common Negro.
The common Negro.
Negro Modelo over here.
My throat hurts too much, dude. Killing me.
Let me get a nigga Modelo.
Oh man.
I don't care. I've got a roommate. He's black. It's fine. Like I didn't buy him, but he's here.
Yeah.
So anyway, nah, that wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
See what happens when you try to force it?
No, I was just letting it rip.
It's getting wetter because now it just sounds like air being
See,
released
dude,
underwater.
it's not doo-doo juice. It's that. What is that?
That's
It's that
gonna
gland.
That is gonna smell.
It's that gland. He's got the hot air going over the gland. He's squeezing the gland.
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ.
All right. So for those who,
Hey, look at what one of those letters fell off on the back wall over there. I don't know what
The
it's.
paint's literally coming down off the wall behind you.
Sword of truth. Jesus Christ.
right now, George
you,
White and
God.
Ralph Tutela turned into Mortal Kombat characters, just covered the half.
George and Ralph are about to rob a train.
I got scared.
Ralph is about to Ralph.
That's what Ralph looks like when he goes to get hot dogs.
No, I do that fucking right to their face. You know it.
You know, you've been there. You conspired.
Huh?
Oh God, he's got to document everything.
Oh, jeez, Louise, dude.
Guys, you're not that Jewish. I'm not gassing you out.
We got to document everything. Show him the picture of the horse and the bride.
The horse,
Oh,
the bride.
Yeah, we
Didn't
drove.
tweet it yet.
Oh, we drove by. Oh, he didn't make a meme out of it yet. That's why.
I was waiting for the right.
Gotta make it now.
Yeah, we drove over here, and in front of this random building, there was a bride.
Well, a
in
castle.
Oh, yeah, some weird castle thing. There was
Like
a
an event
bride
center.
with her dress and a horse. And they were
On
just,
Sunset right there?
no, in
Yeah,
Henderson.
Sunset.
Yeah. Yeah, that's in Henderson.
Yeah, oh,
Sunset Castle right there.
there we go. Yeah.
I feel
No, bro, we're in Henderson.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's directly in Henderson, bro.
of course.
Oh, Jesus.
I feel like they're like in a couple, like they're a couple, you know, and then it's just the wife like, hey, do you remember that one time when we were, no, tell him the story. Tell him the story. Do you remember it? Do you remember it?
You set it up and I'll finish it.
Yeah, go ahead. No. And then you
Isn't
start.
that great?
That's me
Isn't
and
that
my
great?
wife. My wife always is like, I'll set it up and you finish it. You come in and kill him.
And then halfway through, it's like, that's not the way it happened.
I'll
Okay,
just
so
tell
here's-
everything. You just be quiet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
why we're into stand-up comedy, because we love telling stories.
Yeah.
Well, no. I mean,
That was a long way to come
that
back
was a
around
long
to that.
way to go.
Right.
Yeah.
That's how I tie it up.
That's my ADD on that one too. Be like, yeah, by the way, my motivation.
Thanks for everybody who joined in at the beginning of this podcast.
No,
Got to sit
Do you
through the
just watch
entire-
random podcasts in the middle? Like you just start in the middle?
Yeah, dude. Can
What
I
kind
know,
of
bitch?
savage?
yeah, that's how you skip all the mattress ads.
Get on my level.
The mattress ads, yeah.
It's brought to you by Blue Apron, motherfucker.
Yeah, this is brought to you by Casper and fucking purple mattresses.
That's when you just hit the fast forward 30 seconds button.
Oh, every time you start talking, I'm pretty sure people are listening. Just fucking
Yeah.
hitting that button.
Fast forward on.
Yeah, none of
time I
that,
hear
none of
the
that on
snake,
this
yeah.
podcast. You just start right on into it. There's the
Yeah.
intro
Yeah.
music and go.
Go.
You know,
Fucking hit the ground running. Fucking boots on the ground, motherfucker.
Do we introduce ourselves?
there's a
God damn it.
He did it.
Oh, yeah.
He was there.
kinda.
This
Probably could have
goddamn-
painted
I
it
didn't know
out.
Jim
farts
Beam.
erase
Should we do a
memories.
second introduction for those
Yeah,
just
do you-
tuning in?
This Jim Beam Vanilla is fucking hitting so
It's like halftime. We
Great.
switch sides.
We got Vanilla Roberts over here.
Jim
Vanilla the Snake
Jim the
Roberts.
Vanilla Bean Roberts.
George Vanilla Bean Roberts.
Oh shit.
Oh. George, you want to go ahead and...
Actually,
My comedy
it's-
is anything but.
Is Beam.
It's
Vanilla
everything
Roberts.
but. It's everything but.
It's shit. It's fart.
It's fucking
cheeks,
everything out of your
everything
asshole.
But
That's the name of your first
Sphincter.
special. Everything but. Double T.
God damn it.
Everything but.
no anything but, and it'll be like the CD cover of
You're
anything
fucking
box.
stepping on this. Just let it happen.
Just let it happen.
So you guys all fucking live together.
Can you tell?
This is insane.
Yeah.
To me. Yeah.
The chemistry is phenomenal. The ride to the clubs is just these guys shitting on me, and then KoolAid literally shitting in his pants, and then barfing as a
One
a
time.
waterfall
Jesus
cascade
Christ.
down his gut.
God damn.
Where'd you throw up
What's
at?
every darkest moment you had? Fuck.
It was
Where was the throw up at? Were you guys were out?
he made it.
Or you
he,
at home?
he made
We
it to
were
the
at
house.
the house, but I was in the street by the
He
sidewalk.
realized
Okay.
he didn't have a tie, so he decided to vomit make one.
All right, you set it up. Thank you. Let me finish it. All right, so what happened?
Coming
so
for
what
the
happened?
kill.
He was so drunk that he couldn't get his foot out of the car. Oh. Because then he would have got it out and barfed in the street. So it was just like, fuck it. It just rolled down. And it just rolled out and into the street. And I was like, holy shit. I died laughing. And then I had all the camera equipment. So I took it into the house and I was like, I'll just fuck it. All right, I guess I'll go get him. I don't want him to freeze to death and vomit icicles and shit.
We were taking someone to jail one time. They missed court, so we had to go pick them up. And we're taking them to jail, and they're handcuffed behind their back.
Yeah.
And they're in the back seat. But my buddy I was with, he forgot to seatbelt the dude in. And then the dude, like halfway to the jail, the dude's like, I got to throw up. He's like, let me out. And I'm like, bullshit. You're just trying to get out and like fucking run or some dumb shit. You know what I mean? So I'm like, no. So he goes, like, I was like slowly starting to roll the window down, but I was in like my old Cadillac. So it was like, it was like slowly rolling down. So he goes to throw up out the window. He doesn't make it, and it bounces off the fucking window onto him. And I slammed on the brake, and so he wasn't strapped in. So he ended up, his head went over the headrest, and he threw up all over the dude right in the front seat. And I was like, oh fuck. Like just that. Oh, we broke it. And then it was like, oh, dude. So we couldn't take him to jail covered in throw up. So we had to go to the gas station and hose them down.
Oh,
like at the drive-through car wash, we just hosed them down and fucking brought them in soaking
Like
wet.
a concentration camp.
Yeah, dude. It was
Where
real
was
bad.
A&E in all of
Oh,
this?
dude.
Yeah, dude.
It was
They're
fucking
missing
great.
out. They're
Those
missing out.
great. I felt bad for my friend though. He left.
That's it. He was done.
He was done. His girl picked him up from the car wash, and he was like, "I'm not hosing off at the fucking car wash." He's like, "I'm going home." He took his clothes
And then he
off.
quit.
Yeah.
And
No, he came back, but it was
like deleted you off Facebook. And
no, we're still friends, but he fucking it's still something we get talked about. Like, it's disgusting. Like, the dude's head, like, I slammed on the brakes hard. His head literally bounced off the fucking headliner and then just fucking came down over the top, throwing
Cascade
up.
of
Like,
vomit.
just covered. It was like a fucking cheese, like a chocolate fountain.
It was like
just coming down
like
over
Nickelodeon.
the top.
What is it?
Oh,
With the gack.
oh, dude, it was
No,
horrible.
Fucking, you can't do that on television.
There we
don't
go.
know.
Fucking-
Oh.
It's being slimed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
slimed.
You're getting super slimed.
Family double dare.
Jesus, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then so I thought I was gonna have to like throw his arm over my shoulder and fucking wounded Vietnam vet, like take him into the house, but
Get
he,
him to the chopper.
yeah, but he was good. He was just like,
Like the same way your parents
there was
met.
They bet at a reenactment.
Are we keeping points here? That was a.
no, that's what's his name's joke. Yeah,
What was this?
get out of the hole.
There was that movie back in the '80s called Uncommon Valor, where it was about like Vietnam, and the whole like movie. Everybody always remembers it because the dude like slings the guy over his shoulders, and he's running through the rice paddies in like Vietnam.
Oh,
So that's
I guess
what
they probably spoofed that with Tropic Thunder.
Yeah, that's the whole
great
deal.
movie.
Like anytime you see like a Vietnam dude, like it's from the movie Uncommon Valor. Like that's like the whole angle. Sorry, I'm
That was
old.
valuable input, George. Thank you.
Hey, for those of you listening, go check out Tropic Thunder if you haven't. It's a great movie. Also, check out Uncommon Valor.
Both of those movies with a hard R.
And if you have Facebook, check me out at Watermelon Kimchi.
God damn it.
Y2 KoolAid.
Yeah.
We got Adam J, the common Negro.
The common Negro. I love it.
God damn it.
Is there anybody else out there that have that name? No.
No.
Fucking free on Wix.
Take it.
All right. It's free on Wix.com. All right. You fucking
But,
take that shit.
That was the same night
Suggested
that,
on Wix.
Suggested on Wix, and it was like you can
we
get
had
this
to
thing
leave.
for free.
Well, I left because I was like, guys, it's time. Adam has to get to the airport. And so I just darted.
That's right.
Because I take long because I walk slower. So I'm like, I'm just going to leave. So I just went by and I left.
Yeah.
And then they found me in the parking garage where I wait usually, if I remember.
Yeah, you were there, and then we went and picked you
Yeah.
up.
And then
Slumped?
dropped him off at the
Dropped him
airport.
off at the airport.
And I was eyes closed, just like, let's just go home.
Yeah.
And then I threw up. He left me at the house, and he's like, Adam missed his flight. I got to go pick him up. And I just went,
Yeah. So I had to go back to get Adam, and I explained the whole thing to him. He's like, because it was in his car.
Oh yeah.
Don't get me wrong, I was pretty drunk too. But when you're fucked up and someone comes up to you and tells you like, "Yo, bro," they throw up in your car,
Cascade of vomit
it's
in
that
your
weird
car.
little like,
I was like, he said he'll clean it up, so don't worry. But then we got back there, and he saw. He's like, oh, it wasn't that bad. Yeah. And then he cleaned it. He's a gentleman.
Thrown up in someone's car.
oh yeah, I've thrown up in a bunch of people's cars. I've given involuntary racing fucking stripes on the side of windows when you're driving, and you're like, nope, I can't pull over now. And then you do it, and then it just looks like you got a fucking like brown. Yeah, you put like a brown fucking racing stripe from the window to the gas
To the
tank.
walls.
The stomach acid just eats the paint.
You're sitting there and they're like, look how fast he was going, and yeah.
look how furious his liver is.
I've done that 1,000 times, dude. It's almost getting to the point where, like, when it happens, you kind of learn how to like arc your chin so it comes out in a different trajectory.
Like a loogie.
Yeah, you fucking,
Yeah.
like if you just spit a loogie with no force, it just comes down your.
It's
Yeah,
just
you
dribble.
gotta like
You
body
dribble.
whip it.
Yeah, you
cock
gotta.
I'm glad we're talking about farts and vomit the whole time on this goddamn podcast. This is
You
great.
plant
Dude,
your
that
right
happens.
foot.
You get that on these shows.
Well, see, because it's valuable information.
Yeah.
That's what ThinkStopper's all about, man. It's the ThinkStopper moment.
No, the worst part is usually when I vomit, it's like, oh, I got to shit at the same time. But lately, no, it hasn't been that bad. So-
Congratulations.
Yeah, I
Because you
know.
haven't finished digesting anything.
That's true.
And
Yeah.
it just could. was that a small mammal?
Yeah,
Like,
like that goat is still in there.
By the way, we're
I'm
still
the
waiting for
T-Rex
that.
from Jurassic Park, by the way.
We're waiting for that mouse to come back. Just in case you're
No, he's been hearing the booms. He's not coming out for a minute.
Well, okay, so then Adam, we get back to the house, and then KoolAid's in bed, and then we just hear, "Goo-goo-goo!"
Oh yeah, I fell off the bed.
So drunk, he fell out of the bed.
Wait, no,
Goodness
but
gracious.
you didn't see what I saw.
Do you see what?
So there's like maybe, I want to say, small space between the bed and the dresser where it fell in between. So I see this butt naked KoolAid face down, but his arm is still wrapped where the bed is, right? So he's giving like this weird like Terminator 2 thumbs up.
I'm okay. Like
It's
Super
like,
Dave
I'm
Osborne.
okay.
And then it turned into what?
And he's just on it. I see the Sour Patch Kid's mouth as an asshole fucking facing upwards at me. Just this fucking thing. And I'm drunk, but I've been, I have a lot of drinking buddies, and you never fucking leave a man behind. So I was like, dude, you okay? You all right? And then he flips me off.
You're like, bird.
I'll be fine.
Bird.
And I was like, I'm just trying to fucking help. And you just waved me away, like, go fuck
Yeah,
yourself.
you just gotta give me a minute.
And I was like,
gotta give me a minute.
okay, you are lying face down,
Yeah, in the carpet.
fucking on the carpet. All I see is a fucking man bun and and an equally hairy asshole, just fucking.
A man bun and a bun bun.
That's Selena's song.
And the
Bitty bitty man bun.
and the 10 commandments of 2 ass cheeks just sitting right there.
Oh my god!
Are you saying they're holy? That should be worse.
Yeah.
The 2 tablets just sitting there.
It's like the inside of a fucking napkin, like a tissue after you've used it to poke your nose a little bit. Just the inside sucked in, just where his thighs meet his asshole.
Jesus.
Just.
Oh man, I
I'm
don't
trying
have
to
body
picture
issues.
that. I'm like, hang on,
Kraut
let me see
thigh
that.
sweats, yeah.
Damn it. This is why I drink.
This is why I drink.
That's why they call it sauerkraut.
He said driving you to drink, or
Yeah,
is
no
it just
shit.
create the
Yeah,
story
we're not-
for the extra
Speaking of no
glide?
shit,
Oh,
No, I'll sit. Oh no, I'm leaving. I'm leaving.
Did you cough while you were doing it? He gets always
What
like,
he did?
Hey, does anybody have that? Does anybody have this issue? I have this. This is one of my problems, dude. Like when you're fucking taking a shit, dude, and you get a sneeze mid shit,
oh god damn.
and it fucking, dude, this onion cutting contest over there, dude. Is that what's happening? Like fucking. Dude, Mikey, turn on the thing, dude. Suck the air out. Turn on the thing. Turn on the thing, bro.
He's so nauseous he can't remember the name.
Hook it up to his ass. Suck it out.
What is that, a dehumidifier?
It's the AC, dude.
Oh, it's the AC?
fuck.
Yeah.
So it's going to blow air in.
Yeah, but it'll suck air out, dude.
Oh.
Spit it out that tube right there.
I'm pretty sure that's what an abortion smells like. I'm
Oh,
fucking
shit.
Dude, it's
fuck.
3rd term abortion?
that's just,
Cars outside real quick.
nice, dude.
didn't set off any alarms.
Fucking dirt.
Shit, we got the mouse.
No, wait.
We got
Oh, no, dude. The fucking
welcome.
poor thing.
You're
No.
welcome.
PETA's coming after
Oh,
us.
shit,
You're
dude.
welcome. I drove him. I smoked him out with my asshole. You're
Mikey
welcome.
fucking got him.
Now I
got
feel
him
accomplished.
He's so happy.
Yeah, it was a suicide mission. That Mouse was like,
Dude, it ate
no
his
more,
fucking-
no more.
Hey,
and then,
dude, what are you going to do with that thing, though, man? Are you going to fucking kill it?
no, that's
It
not
just
my
got it just got all fucking quiet right there, right? Huh? You.
Just start
No,
it to death.
well, dude, I don't want any part of any death, dude.
Should I shoot him?
Welcome to Vegas.
Hey, who else? Who's
Should
got
I
who's
shoot
got a
him?
light? Should you shoot him? Who's got a gun?
Mikey?
Oh yeah. I should say, what caliber gun you got, Mikey? Fuck, dude. It's fucking.
Well, this is
Dude, it's a cute little meese, dude. Someone get a picture of the meese. We'll post it. R.I.P.
Bring it inside here so they can see it.
I mean, I don't need to see it, dude. It's a fucking.
He can't come off of there.
Oh, you're fucking dirty. Oh, man. Oh, man, that poor fucking thing, dude. And he's look at he's got not only that, dude, the poor fucking thing, yeah, dude. And then Mike's got the fucking assassin gloves on. He's got the rubber gloves.
Yeah.
Like he's used to fucking not leaving
got his
fingerprints
Dexter
anywhere.
fucking murder
Yeah,
gloves.
This just in, Stuart Little 3 is canceled.
I lived out in a small town in New Hampshire, and I had a mouse. I was like way out in the woods, and I heard him in the walls, and I started putting food out for him. And like I don't know.
There's 1,000 of them. If you see one, there's 1,000.
I came out one day and saw him out there. I was like, I ain't gonna kill you, but I'll leave some. I even started feeding him, which is probably not a good idea, but just leaving shit out.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I just said, circle of life, leave it outside. If that's what you really
stuck to the fucking glue. You gotta kill him.
Well, no, there would be another animal.
No, you can pull them off, those, dude, because we have.
Feed him to the
Feed him to
cat.
somebody else.
Dude, here's a little something to do. Here's
Stuck to glue. Look at how humane you are.
hey,
Should we give it some beer then kill it?
yeah, probably. A little send off. Give him some of that vanilla.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Give him a little
You
bit.
should tuck him behind a car tire.
Dude, look at Mike's coming over. Mikey's got this crazy look.
Why do you have a crowbar?
He's got a crowbar. He's got a crowbar. Okay.
Can you flush it like a goldfish?
Hey, real quick, Mikey, come back over here. I want a picture. I want a picture with that fucking glue trap. I want a picture. Get back over here with that fucking crowbar and this fucking. Hold on. Raise it up.
Are you Charlie from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia?
With your rat stick, fucking Mikey.
This
and his
is your rat
flowers.
stick.
Flowers for Algernon. Are you gonna fucking slice his head off?
Are you hearing him? He's fucking talking like a fucking mobster hitman. I gotta whack the guy.
I gotta fucking whack him.
Then he's in the bathroom. Hang on, little boy.
Hey, Mouse, you know what you did. You know why I'm
You ate the snake. You ate Jake the snake.
All you gotta
Are you going to name it before you kill it?
go feed him to the snake, dude. Go feed him.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Hey, dude. Hey.
Did I fart on it?
Yeah, I was
Or
gonna
he
say,
didn't
get
deserve
Alex
it?
to fart on it.
Get Alex to fart on it.
I don't want. Oh, do I want PETA to go after me? Ooh, publicity.
You'll disintegrate
Hey,
that mouse
hey.
on a molecular level.
Be
Peter's
the
gas.
proton cannon from Iron Man and Marvel vs. Capcom.
Hey,
Proton cannon.
Peter's gas more animals than you could ever fucking gas,
Gas
dog.
animals for.
Just because they
Huh?
liked
They
it.
didn't
They
want
like
to.
to do that shit.
No, there was a thing where they put down like all these fucking dogs that they were supposed to like, because they couldn't keep up their promise on keeping the dogs, so they had to put them down and shit like that. It was like totally, and they're like, oh yeah, well you'll get that. That was like Peter's excuse. It's like, well sometimes the clock's right twice a day. Like this happens. Like
They euthanized the...
yeah. Just like the BLM, the Bureau of Land Management, fucking.
He looked up real quick. Huh?
Yeah, Black Lives Matter. No, but they were
Jesus
using like wild horses and wild cattle and fucking and desert tortoises as an excuse to like kick farmers off of their property and shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Is anybody else picturing with a fucking crowbar? Just God damn it! You ate the snake.
You know what you did.
You know what? No,
Like Joker versus Jason Todd.
he wants to know. He wants to know. He wants to know who sent him. Okay, that's what he wants to. That's what
Who do you work for?
It's the second time I had to kill something during this podcast.
Well, no, George kills the vibe, so.
You kill the oxygen
He
levels.
kills a vibe. Yeah. Oh shit, son.
War never changes.
Oh, dude.
Fucking.
Hey, bro, I don't think he goes back to Chuck E. Cheese and beats the shit out of the mouse. Hey, man, you need to stop sending your goons after me.
Yeah, dog, dude. He's got post-traumatic, dog.
How long were you guys on the hunt for that mouse?
No, there's a few of them, dude.
Well, yeah.
He killed. So we were doing a podcast. This is like number 10, and he said he's like, oh yeah, I keep seeing this mouse. Then all of a sudden he saw it. And he went to go. He's like, dude, I ran over there underneath the box. And he goes over there. And then he lifts the box. And the fucking thing's dead with like a gash in it.
What?
It was like he moved the box and then like it like crushed it or something. It was like, so he fucking took it and he threw it out in the street, dude. And it was ran over by like 100 fucking cars before like It was literally smashed completely into the pavement, dude.
Jesus.
He knows what it did wrong.
So
What'd you do? Wait, what?
He turned it into Rudolph.
Yeah, he's no longer.
hell, fuck.
Of this world, he's not of this reality.
You know, I hate to sound so brutal, and Peter's probably.
You're gonna tuck your kids in tonight and into bed, aren't you?
And then George is just thinking about all that missing peanut butter.
Is there really?
I know.
I know there's more, and that's why I left the body out. Where
Oh
they
yeah,
can see
for
it.
sure, dude.
As a warning.
You
You
have
want
to
play
let 'em.
games with the fucking snake? I'm leaving bodies hanging.
But they're
Oh,
mice.
no. Let them check on their buddy, and then they get stuck.
No, they're mice.
Why do you
they ate him? You just left dinner for them.
Hey, well,
It's
hey,
stuff.
hey, why do you think the cartel leaves fucking people strung up over fucking lampposts?
Because
and
peanut
shit,
butter
you know what
gets expensive.
I mean?
I don't know why those people were climbing that lamppost to get the peanut butter, though.
Yeah,
Because
because
I guess they're going to.
have you ever dug a grave?
Because
It's
it ain't gonna
fucking
happen to them.
exhausting.
It's not gonna happen to them.
Both of these fucking snake stories sound full of holes. That you lived with that rustler.
God damn it! Yes.
and that any of those fucking mice ate a snake.
It's right there on the desk.
That thing was about fucking 2 inches
Ralph,
long.
Right there
Ralph,
on
it's
the
a
desk.
it's a fake snake on the desk.
Oh, wait, where is
Yeah.
it?
Both stories that your fucking
Okay,
brain
and
can't
then so
wrap
what
around
happened
can be
was-
proven right now.
So what happened was
KoolAid used to live with that snake that the mouse ate.
His name is Robert.
Taxidermied snake.
Which is a WWE Hall of Fame. Fucking,
No, he did a show with Jake the Snake. Jake the Snake loved him and was like, "Hey, I'm doing DDP yoga. You should probably come in and move in with DDP and do that shit."
Just
And then
talked
they
about
flew him out.
DDP yoga.
Close enough.
And then so KoolAid lived with Jake the Snake for like 9 months.
Ralph's got a lighter.
Why are you Wikipediaing this? We were making jokes.
Yeah, for the people out there who are interested, like really go check it out. Like
Yeah,
KoolAid lived.
AlexAnsel.com.
If you have DDP yoga, you can see Alex in there.
Yeah,
doing
I'm in some of
DDP
the
yoga.
DDP yoga videos.
Only available in widescreen format.
Oh, God damn it. Yeah. If you watch it on your phone, you can't see me. You can see my knee.
Are you the backdrop,
You
dude?
can't.
His shirt is.
You can only hear the farts. By the way, so I've shared many a hotel room with Jake the Snake, and who's regaled tons of audiences with how powerful Andre the Giant's farts are, and he's told me that Andre had long farts, loud farts, strong farts, powerful farts, but he told me that mine were the stinkiest farts he's ever smelled in his life.
Oh well, there you go, dude.
So to have that, it's not bad. I'll take it.
Have you updated your credits?
Yeah,
And
dude.
Jake the Snake said I had stinkier farts than Andre the Giant.
That's
Wow.
impressive.
George, you're hosting the 8 p.m. tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
So that's how you're going to bring them up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That,
Oh yeah, I mean,
have
well,
one.
because you're
The
gonna do
feet-
you got
farts in
light?
your set.
I'm gonna be like
This one-
the feature's fat
this
and the
one's
headliner's
dead.
gay. So
Already?
Yeah.
Whoa, we're going through momentous occasions because guess what? My lighter died too.
Two things died today.
Look at this.
I got one. I'll go get one.
lighters, mice,
I
KoolAid's
have extra in
asshole.
the car, but
This chair.
This chair.
Yeah.
Can you sit in computer chairs
The
like this
fourth
with the
dimension.
Well, not with the
Not with the armrest.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
that's the thing that bugs me so bad.
But the center point, that's okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it's your joke.
What joke?
Something about not trusting two things: skinny women and weak chairs, or something like that. I don't know. Yeah, I'm just asking because there's a grain of truth in there. Jesus Christ.
you guys are a blast to live with. I gotta
You-
tell you guys.
Thank you.
You guys.
It's your lack of body confidence.
What the fuck? I know what I got.
Get on my level.
Yeah. Fuck yeah, bro. Anyway, so should I fart again? There's a lull.
No. If you need to, dude. But
Well, the door's open now,
As
so we're
to
getting
say,
some fresh air.
if you want to give that rectum a break, dude, we can just always have fucking Ralph talk.
Rectum.
Rectum Ralph.
Rectum Ralph.
On iTunes, I downloaded the Wreck-It Ralph song from the movie. I've never
Ralph
seen the
Tutela is
movie,
talking.
but it's like, so I was just like cruising today and cranking it. It's
I
like,
know, dude. I got
what is it? It's like Wreck-It Ralph, Wreck-It. It's like
We're gonna have to have subtitles on this podcast for Ralph.
why? I speak proper English. I'm clearly
Dude, if-
understood.
Did he ask me what I wanted for my order?
It was like writing in cursive and sandpaper at the same time. Like if I can, this is
Cursive Sanskrit.
Oh my god.
It's too dangerous a room to just fire back. So
Because KoolAid will always have the last say. And that is suffocating you with this fart.
Fuck.
I'm sitting on the nuke.
No, you see this thing. What?
Yeah.
You what?
I'm sitting on the nuke.
All right,
Yeah.
you got the.
Yeah, everybody's got 22s.
Oh, dude, he's sitting on the fucking. You're on the old ship, fucking.
Shit, fucking.
The
What is
reef
it, Big
builder
Boy or the Fat Man, or what were the bombs called?
The reef
Little
builder.
Boy?
No.
Little Boy and Fat Man, right? Were the bombs?
I don't know. Big Trouble, Little China.
Fat man.
What the fuck are you talking
The
about?
Enola Gay.
Which is a good movie.
God damn
They're
it.
making a number 2.
Are they?
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
Kurt gonna do it?
Well,
What?
Christ.
No.
Yeah, because
God
Douglas is.
damn it, dude. Leaves.
Russell.
Russell Crowe.
No, Kurt Russell.
Kurt Russell Crowe. God damn it.
Welcome to the autistic part of this podcast.
It's so frustrating talking to
Kurt the Snake Roberts.
God damn it.
Kirk the Snake Douglas.
Yo,
Yeah,
can you
okay,
get
here
that
we go.
lighter? 'Cause-
Dwayne Johnson's Big Trouble in Little China will be a continuation, not a remake.
Not that. No.
So there you go. Kurt Russell weighs in on Rock's Big Trouble Little China sequel.
It'll be a what? It'll
it's
be
gonna be
wait.
The Rock?
Yeah.
You said it's gonna be a what? It's gonna be.
Dwayne the Rock Johnson, the Snake Roberts.
Fantastic.
Never
actor.
heard of him.
Jesus.
Yeah. I mean, he's a fucking.
Wait, it's gonna be a. It's gonna be a what?
a continuation, not a remake.
What is it? Yeah, sure.
Is that
Jack
stoner gum?
Burton.
Is that CBD
Your
gum?
ass, please.
Is that CBD oil gum?
No, but it's really strong.
George, what are you talking about right now?
It's got a fucking mothball in there, like a.
Yeah, silica packet.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
The
Eat it.
high-end gum that I
Eat the
that I
silica
buy.
packet. It's got
All
the
right?
best flavor.
Jesus Christ.
What is it?
Jesus Christ!
Damn, where do you get these at?
That's that high-end shit, bro. That's real high speed.
Fucking Uber Mints.
And it's got and it's 200 milligrams of THC. So
In
good
this?
night. No, I'm kidding. Good night, George.
Oh, dude, I wanted it.
This
dude.
will clear your
is
sinuses in a heartbeat.
All right,
clear my
I'll save
asshole.
this. I'll save this to prevent the DUI.
Oh, fuck.
You all right? You want to try this?
I can feel it in my eyeballs.
Adam, get one. Yeah, it like tickles your brain.
It's better. Honestly, though, it's better than Hall's.
Is it horseradish? Is
No,
it
it's
like
just
a
super
little horseradish
fucking
ball.
strong ass gum. It's called
God
grenades.
damn. It's like shotgunning Listerine.
Will that do anything for your ass, though?
That's what I told him. I told him stick one in his ass. You gotta stick one up there.
Do we need to?
Wow.
Fuck, I don't want to stay to find out.
These guys
but
are fucking awake. I'm about to try it. Let's go ahead.
Yeah. ASMR.
It's like they fucking smelling salts for these guys.
God damn.
It's like you ate some poppers.
First start, it's okay, but then you take that first breath and then just.
It's because I like these kinds of things. The only reason I got into like menthols because I used to do a lot of ecstasy. So this fucking feeling right here, that's where I live, bro.
Taking you
That's
back
where
to
I
high
live.
school.
That's where I'm at, bro.
That's his deal.
I'm just saying that for later. Wow. God damn.
Yeah. This would be my shit if I were fucking
So what is-
rolling.
Walmart's the only
If
place
I were
that
rolling
sells it.
right now, this would be my shit.
You gotta find it.
Those are called
Not at the
grenades?
registers, but in the candy and gum aisle. You could
No
find
shit.
this. Yeah.
Extreme
Grenades.
DUI preventing gum.
Yeah, dude,
Grenades,
these will
bro.
sober you up.
Do you know how good that gum is? I have to drink after it.
To get
And,
the
and
fucking.
fart, I would assume.
Are you chewing it still? Or did you swallow it?
No,
Oh,
it's right
he's
here.
saving it
Took
for
it out?
later.
You
He's
want to try one, Ralph?
It
No,
blew
I had one
up.
of those.
I gave you one before, right? Yeah.
He's saving it for later.
Hey, how was the house party?
Oh, God damn it.
Well,
Yeah, Ralph. How
So we
was
got
the
Ralph
deal,
here sitting
dude?
side saddle. Let's
hanging out.
let's bring
Jeez.
up Ralph and plug his thing. I
Hour
like
and
it. It's
40
fun.
in. Hi, Ralph.
Ralph's here?
Yeah.
That's your cue.
Oh, is that?
That's your
Is
cue,
that?
Ralph.
I thought there was going to be a couple more impersonations of how.
Moving on.
Here's
Okay,
my
that was
impersonation.
Ralph's guest spot.
I didn't have a fart ready.
You mean deadly accurate, but
Hello. My name
Is
is
it
Ralph
that?
Tutela.
I'm understandable though, right? Like it's just rock. It's just why sometimes. Do you know the thing is? I have a real pet peeve. Like if if I'm dating someone and it's like if they ever say you're mumbling. And they don't know this, and they'll say it because I mumble. I go from one fucking end to the other. I'll be like, oh, and people are like, what'd you say? What'd you say? And then it's like, I go into Hulk mode. I'm like, here's what I said, right? And I get all fucking loud. And it's just, so yeah, like, And so,
Well, you know me and Gene.
yeah, I just get wicked sensitive. I don't know what it is, but sometimes I know I mumble. Is what I'm saying. But anyways, yeah, I had a party at my house. I say that clearly.
Yeah, dude, it was great, dude.
Well, you didn't have a party at your house. Don't fucking.
Hey, did you go?
I didn't go to the last.
I didn't get to go last. I went to the first one.
I went to the first one.
Yeah, the first one was lit.
Yeah,
it was good. It was
a lot of
cold.
fun.
You were there,
The
Trez?
cops
Yeah, I was
showed
there.
up at
What
this
the
one.
fuck?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, you were
Yeah,
there. We
it's
saw.
social
I told you,
we know
hang
you
out
were
in the
there.
wings,
Thanks
dog.
for remembering us.
Yeah.
Well, my girlfriend was in town, so we were hanging out most of the time.
Ah,
But I think I remember you because you were hanging out by that second screen door, right? The glass
Wait a
sliding
minute.
doors.
I
the
fucking
opium.
hosted half of the fucking thing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's when we were inside because it was so
That's
cold.
when we were inside.
Yeah, because it was so cold.
I was hanging out with Mikey on the side by the opium den.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I remember now.
Yeah.
I was like, who is this?
There was like 4 or 5 people, I think, the next morning, the other day when I woke up.
Oh yeah,
Last night-
spread out.
this last
I'd
night?
rather that.
Right.
I'd rather
Yeah,
that
no,
because I
totally.
said that. I said if anybody just wants to crash on the floor or whatever, go ahead. And
So-
and Barraza wasn't in the living room being a dick this time.
So what we're talking about over here is Ralph puts together a you just
Oh, nice.
A monthly
Yeah, but-
house party.
yeah, a little,
Just drop it in
little
the hole right
backyard
He knows all
mic
about
jam, little little backyard jam, and it's a nice setup, a nice layout, and everything, and it's open to well, I guess
It's an open mic.
Yeah, it's an open mic.
It's open. If you heard about it, you're invited.
It's part of the. It's part of the Rainier Fun Day catalog,
It is.
right?
It's so, and that's the thing. So Ian brings his shit over there, and yeah, it's another one of the Czar's mics. Oh, he doesn't like to be called the Czar.
Oh, we'll call him the Czar.
Was it you that made the meme?
Comedy czar, the commissar.
No,
There was a. I'll show you what I was gonna make. It was pretty funny, but I didn't want to put it.
No,
up.
but
It's a
then
little
Logan
offensive.
Quiros did the Spider-Man one where they're all pointing at each other, and it's like Sunday fun day, Monday fun day, Saturday fun day, Friday fun day.
Yeah.
But then I like the dog one too, though. Carrying the LA.
Once again,
or
you're the
Las
meme
Vegas.
comic. You're the meme fart comic.
Thank you. I guess, I'll stay in my lane.
That's all.
All right. Don't stay in the lane like you stay on the bed, though.
Yeah,
We don't
right.
need the thumbs up, man. Bun. Oh, nice burping. now.
Jesus, it's just coming all out.
No, but Ralph, you got that show. It's a good little spread going on over there. You just pulled off the second one. How many people turned up? Is it good? Was it as many as same?
Yeah, probably. I think a couple less, but right in the same neighborhood.
Nice. Yeah, I liked how it was funny though. Did you tell your neighbors this time?
Kinda.
You-
The cops showed up. And,
For this one?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Oh, there we
And they
go.
were
There we
like-
go.
And it was just as I was wrapping it up on the mic. So I was in the middle of saying, thanks for coming out. Fucking hope everybody had a good time. Blah, blah, blah. And so I see the cops turn the corner and hear me saying that. And I was like, oh, hey, hang on.
Yeah.
I'll be right with you. So I finished up and I went over there and they're like, yeah, we got a complaint. And I was like, oh, who complained? And they didn't tell me that.
What time was that at?
About 11:45.
Should probably be done by 10.
Fucking
Yeah.
I think 10 o'clock's the noise ordinance. Like they can call, but the cops will tell them to after 10 you can complain. I mean, not that anyone gives a fuck, I don't think, but still, if you want to keep it going, you know what I mean. You got to do something for your neighbors too. Invite them over or something.
Yeah, dude. You have food. That's one of the things I learned
their
out here in
dicks.
Vegas. Well, that's one of the things I learned when I moved in, when I got my first house, moved to my first house, whatever, and I was having a party. I just turned 21, and I just told everybody in my neighborhood because I dealt with this in California growing up as a kid, and it didn't work. It didn't work in California because we were too young. But as a homeowner, as an adult, you know what I mean, it worked. And we just tell everybody, I'm like, hey, there's gonna be people here. Let me know. I'll put something up so no one parks in front of your place. Let me, I tell the neighbors this. And I was like, hey, and by the way, we're going to have a lot of food. So if you want to come down, make a plate, fucking whatever. You don't even have to hang out, but, get some. We're going to have too much to eat. They would never fucking show, but no one ever called the cops, dude. We'd be fucking partying till 4 a.m. People passed out on the fucking front lawn. You know what I mean? But, this was my thing that was funny. The first one is people are ripping on his neighbor, he's over there who's standing right there in the fucking cut. Every time I'm walking back and forth to my car and shit, dude, there's the dudes over there and people are like, yeah, dude, fucking guy probably fights dogs and just talking shit. So I get on the mic and I'm like, guys, you over here just talking mad head, and the dude's living right there, just throwing manhole covers around because he's got his weight bench out there, you know, like
1,000 pounds.
you know what I mean? Like, dude, just like you're just talking shit, dude's standing right there, and next thing you know, the light shut down in his house. He's like, all right, I'm going to bed now. Like
They've acknowledged me.
He was like, one's got my back, you know. Like, I was like,
and I opened this one with no. I said, you can shit on my yard all you want, but don't fucking talk about whatever. But anything you can see outside of the like, leave him alone. Don't go after my fucking neighbors. We're on a microphone. They can hear us, and I hear him lying in bed. Is it like, look at this fucking guy's yard, right? He's just lying in bed.
Look at this Section 8.
Right. Fresh out the prison. Yeah, come on.
You do need to tell people when you're throwing those parties. I actually got one of my longest fucking booty calls with this grandma
Several people
stripper.
got laid the other night. I won't get into names, but it was funny to watch hookups.
Oh, sweet.
People just getting drunk, just fucking head into cars, random fucking each other. I thought
We were
it was
on
awesome.
the road. This is bullshit.
You heard? He's like, I heard. Oh. I said several, dude. I'm telling you.
Hey, you want to break news? You want to break news over here? You want to be
not on air. Not on air. Once we
That's what ThinkStopper, bro. That's what we're all about.
Yeah,
Actually, we should put that on the incidents page.
Yeah.
on the emergencies, bro. They're like,
we killed a mouse.
Killed a mouse.
Killed some friendships.
Savage ass podcast.
Yeah.
we got some plan B for some people.
Fucking KoolAid had a war with the chair.
Oh, he won.
He just kept fucking farting on it.
Yeah, my underwear is like
That chair's wanting me to go put the gloves on and get the crowbar. Drag it out back.
Want to see you
that
with
chair's running out of here.
fucking airball in the air. Just fucking get out of here.
No, he was going in. He was gonna fight it at the source. He's gonna go in.
Take a crowbar to your asshole.
He's gonna spelunk the love cave.
Oh,
It's fucking disgusting.
I
Jesus.
won't sleep tonight. I'm gonna have nightmares of a farting mouse throwing chairs at me.
Well, it just
coming
comes
at
up
you
to
with a crowbar.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fuck it.
looks at you, is like, slide, and then farts, and then goes away.
I can't believe you killed that mouse.
That's a Fight Club reference. I love it.
Ralph, that was bound to happen. We're at war, okay? People are gonna fucking die, all right? There's gonna be casualties.
Oh shit!
Go take a look at the snake over there, Ralph, and tell me again you can't believe I killed
Yeah,
him.
to be fair, that snake was dead.
But it was my snake.
Yeah,
You
but dude,
accosted him, and you have respect for the dead.
now, this is the thing though. Between this is Mikey's war, but he's put us all in between us and the Mises.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, yeah.
Now one of you is gonna
You
get
know what
shot.
I mean?
You know,
We just
It
realized.
looks it looks like a Stephen King setting. Like
Yeah.
that there's gonna be like 1,000 mice here in a minute, just fucking swarming, and ready to just descend.
This war was about oil.
Yes,
this war was about oil.
Dude.
yeah, that mouse had to go, Ralph.
Oh, bro, I bet you that whole wall is just filled with them fucking. Just
I gotta
getting
open that
ready,
wall up
dude.
too next week, so we'll find
Yeah,
out.
you
You got to open that wall up, really?
We'll see how the water came in from the last rain, and it's like getting into the ceiling. So I gotta pull that sheetrock out.
Dude, oh man.
What if you just killed like the Rufio of the fucking mice,
Yeah.
and then they all band together?
The only thing you can hope is there's money stuffed in those walls from fucking the previous owner, who was
Yeah.
like one of those kind of peoples.
Suitcase money, guys.
See the secret in them.
I'd love the secret in him. Yeah, that's exactly it. Just keep swinging down that fucking.
Wait, I don't know.
I get.
That was funny. King O just up and decided, like, I'm just gonna get a tattoo on my neck during the podcast, and just went out and did it.
Oh,
Oh,
really?
that was the gentleman that asked me for my opinion,
Yeah.
which is great. I'm like, I love coming down here to Easy Bail Bonds, and within 30 seconds of arriving, hey, I need an opinion on a neck tattoo.
Yeah.
And I'm
The
just
big one or the little one?
yeah, and he goes, first of all, I'm KO, and I'm like, hello. Shook his hand. I'm KA.
Yes.
And
Nice. I'll be listed above you in the phone books.
Yeah, and so he goes, all right, and he turns his head, points towards his ear, and there's a cross outline, which, looks like the paper transfer thing. And he goes, you think I should get it colored in or just do the outline? And I go, well, I feel like if you got it colored in, it would take too much attention away from where it says certified on your neck. And he goes, yeah, you're right. Thanks, man.
Yeah.
And he goes,
Ask him yourself. He's right there.
oh, Jesus. God damn it. God damn it.
You're going to have a different thing on your neck.
His hands.
Just kidding. It's the
No,
mouse.
King O, he's an OG here in the comedy scene. He had a club, he had a hookah lounge, which had a bunch of fucking where people under 21 can perform and shit, and that's where Humphreys fucking started. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it was actually him, Kyle Anderson.
Nice.
There's a dude who's not around anymore, Jacob Borja. And there's like a couple other, Raheem. There's a couple other dudes. And but King O put that place together. And you would go on Sunday nights, and it was like fucking L.A. Comedy Club. Like, I mean, the seating arrangement, the stage, it'd be packed with everybody.
Yeah.
And then the whole time we're fucking drinking and smoking out in the parking lot. And then we'd come in fucking just tell jokes. It was a great little deal. But he provided that. But he was like the hustle. He was the hustle. Like, you go into a show, we talked about this before, he'd be like, yo, dog, I got like 3-pound tri-tips for like $8 in the back, dude. You know what I mean? Like, what do you think? Like really, dude? He's like, well, you want brisket? I got ribs, whatever. He was this hustle, like anything.
Just whatever
he had, like, deals.
unload, right?
So, like, and then, so he was, good guy in the scene over here and stuff. And then that shit all went, he becomes like he kind of just disappears a little bit, goes and becomes like a dealer. Yeah. Now he's a fucking investigator for the courts. Like, do you know his official title?
He's a private investigator for the attorneys.
Oh, nice.
Like finding out, stuff on their cases and finding out other stuff, whatever. But that's what he's doing now. Bye, George.
Bye, George.
Yeah, peace,
Bye,
George.
George.
Bye, George.
I don't know what that was.
Yeah, he just
It must be a roommate thing. Yeah. Oh, from the mouse?
George the Perv Roberts.
Yeah.
From the mouse?
Yeah.
Yeah. But what was it? What the fuck was I just saying? Or we're just saying fuck actor?
He's a private investigator.
Oh yeah, KOB. And it's funny is he's he's had a lot of like paranormal experiences and all sorts of create like really really cool stuff, some of the stories. But I've known him for like a long time, and he gets into this deal. I introduced him to fucking he's been talking about like doing a podcast with me for like a long time, like to talk about this stuff. So I finally get one going, and I was like, hey, nice. I was like, I finally get one going. I'm like, hey, I got this podcast. Why don't you come on down? He comes down to do it. We're talking about paranormal and all stuff like that. And I introduced him to Mikey, And now that they're both at the courts, they're like, dude, they see each other like fucking every day?
At least once or twice a week. Now we just run into each other. It's funny because I never noticed him, and it's he stands out like a lot because he wears like suits and shit, but he wears like cowboy boots and cowboy hats.
Oh, funny.
Yeah, he wears like real flashy though too.
And then like he also wears
ostrich boots.
Yeah,
probably,
dude. Like, dude.
Gold frame glasses and shit. It's like hella fun. I've never seen him before. Now I see him
and
like
he'll just
every
stand
other
there
day.
fucking
He looks
around
like
with
a
a
Breaking
butterfly
Bad
knife.
hitman for the cartel.
Well, and then
Dude.
the guys that were in here before you guys, they're they're making this web series or whatever, and
what's that?
nice little cameo from KoolAid's butthole.
Just fucking
Little. That was not a little cameo.
his wallet shot out again. It
Volcano's
just
getting dangerous.
He realizes that everybody gets a kick out of it, and now he's just gonna throw it out there, like the little kid who's like, "Hey, watch what I can do."
Yeah, I feel like we're supposed to throw beads at him and shit. Like you're supposed to give him beads like he showed us his tits.
Once the conversation doesn't float his way, he's all like, "Oh wait, watch this. Let me get him back."
pretty soon it's just gonna be punctuation on there. He's just like, you know what, and that's what I think about that.
Welcome, fucking Jimmy Walker, the fart guy. That's you're fucking. They're just waiting for you to say dynamite. That's it.
He's like, and then when I say quotes,
Yeah, it's funny. So that guy that was making that movie, he put up like a little sizzle reel on Facebook. Yeah. And so we had just done like 2 paranormal type podcasts, and I was like, oh, let's hit this guy up, see if we can get him to come in on the podcast. He's like, yeah, man, I'd love to. He's like, let me bring the narrator of my TV show. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Yeah. He's like, yeah, it's King O. He said he knows you guys. I'm like, what the fuck? It's fucking hilarious.
yeah, he's
So
he's around.
they hunt ghosts?
No, they're just recreating
The stories,
the stories.
haunted stories here in Vegas.
Yeah.
Which is there's a lot, dude. There's a lot of creepy shit. There's a lot of great stories. There's a lot of fucking haunted stories. There's a lot of
Do you believe in ghosts?
myths and legends.
There's a ghost here.
I've had paranormal experiences, dude. Yep, I believe in it.
Never seen one.
You don't have to.
I've
see
like
it.
tempted them a little too, but not too much. I haven't like really called
Bro,
them
I've
out,
been
but I'm
I've been
like-
in here where it's fucking got freezing fucking cold. Like you can see your breath.
Yeah, by the way, all my farts, ghosts.
We know. We get it. You fart.
I was just saying they were
No,
all
but like
ghosts.
the lights have gone funky, dude. Fucking shit's like the room gets weird, like noticeably weird, dude. They're like,
I've never experienced
but
anything like that.
I've
Have you ever experienced true love?
What is
No.
true love?
Yes, and
it's
then she
you in
ghosted
a
him.
it's you in a gas station hot dog.
in that cigarette right there? He's like, I'm just
He's about to light it backwards. Oh, he flipped it. Good man. Good man.
Well, isn't no smoking room, right?
That
Yeah, no smoking.
I don't
can
know if
smoke
that-
in here.
I knew that
No,
was
you
a lie.
can't.
I knew
No,
it was
you
a
can't.
lie.
Joe's like, no, we're done with that. You quit.
No, this.
We're
I just made a.
We're
Yeah, I
getting
made.
Mikey off of the fucking. We're getting Mikey off of the fucking.
I just made the post that
I'm
I
so cheap. I got to
officially-
finish the pack.
I officially killed off that lighter.
That
So
is such a
that lighter is
fancy
dead.
case. It's beautiful. You just opened it up. You want?
Well, I'm
He's
gonna
like, oh
ask
yeah, I one
right
up your
here.
farts,
No,
Ansel.
ask this.
Check this shit out.
What? You're not gonna break shit in that?
No, I'm
Okay. Yeah. Sorry, guys. We are super going logistics here. Right here. All right.
Where did George? Hey, George.
Oh,
You said it, you said his name 3
Yeah,
times.
he's like, wait a minute.
Just showed up.
Where did George? Hi, George.
He went to go give himself
It's
a
funny
neck
how we're
tattoo.
talking about the snake, and then there's a gigantic drawing of a snake in the bathroom.
Yeah, I'm telling you, bro. It's
fucking hilarious.
The irony in this building is crazy.
Oh yeah. That's new, right? That they're doing in there.
Well, no, it's just unfinished. Just like most.
Should I
tattoos.
leave a snake in the bathroom?
Please don't.
Okay.
There's a blanket mansion next door. You could go find. You should go blow that fucking house over.
If you can, dude, do it, dude. I want to see
I'm
some.
not gonna leave it.
I want to see some with some print.
With some print.
Some with some teeth on it.
Some stripes, some red eyes.
Some with some hair on it. Yeah, nice medieval.
See it move?
Nice medieval bastard.
No, but this place is haunted, dude.
I went and
It is.
stayed at the
Ralph.
Mitzpah, and I
Nice.
had a ghost finder app on my phone. And so, like, everywhere in town, there was no ghosts on this ghost finder app. And I get up there, and they're all over the place in the fucking Mitzpah and all over Tonopah. And it felt creepy as fuck. And I joked about it all weekend, but when I left, I was like, I didn't see shit. I got myself worked up. I got drunk. I was taking a piss downstairs, and like the fucking automatic urinal went off, and I flew up the stairs. Felt creeped out, but I was like, I didn't see anything. I didn't feel anything, and I just never have. I've been creeped out before. I'm like, this just feels creepy. And then as soon as I get rational, I'm like, there's nothing here. There's no fucking lights here. There's no fucking extra wind here, except for maybe natural wind. I'm just saying,
Anybody?
never had an experience.
Well, I was gonna say for myself, I've had an experience. I actually was with Bobby Stotts when we were actually we were taking pictures at we were in a haunted high school. We were actually doing a comedy show for a
Haunted from a school shooting.
No. No, but that'd be fucking dope, dog.
Too soon.
Soon, they're always going on.
country
It's never
music
going to be the time.
concerts.
It's from 1906. No, but we have a picture where it's somewhere, but we took a picture where we caught like we're taking pictures into completely dark rooms where we're going in and hitting it with a flash, and then we're just walking out, like we're just walking by doing that. And we got this one where it has this dark like image, and we tried to recreate that over and over again. The thing was, when we're in that room again, a similar thing, very, very cold, colder than it normally was in that room. But we couldn't recreate that picture. Later on, when we were walking in another part, one of the things that they did at this hotel, or at this high school, one of the things that they did for the paranormal investigations is they would put different pool balls in places, and supposedly the ghosts would move them, right? Well, as ridiculous as this sounds, right? we're walking up and we're at a platform where you walk up and you go up, hit the other flight, right thing. There was no way for anybody above us to drop the ball the way it fell down. There was no way for anything for that ball to be held up there or anything. It falls down on the stairs, rolls down a couple steps, and with momentum though, coming down the steps, stops.
Magnets, man.
I guess you
How
can
do
say
they work?
magnets.
So let me
Let me tell you this. Hold on, real quick. Hold on. We are in no way, shape, or form or anywhere where anybody that we are with that could pull off anything this elaborate to say magnets or anything like that.
That's yours. What is that?
Okay. It definitely. It definitely was something that was unexplainable. We can't just say, "Oh, it's ghosts," but that's not out of the norm for that place. There's other places like in that town where shit just disappears, like the guy, the chef, that was there, that was, cooking all the food. His fucking tools just go up and missing. We're like, oh well, someone's fucking with you. Someone's whatever, what have you, someone's fucking around with you or some shit like that.
Dope addict.
Nope. Nope, dude. Fucking. Nope, fucking.
The carnival came through town.
Dishwashers, fucking.
No, dude, fucking made it back home, and they were all his tools were just back in his fucking, in his room, in his trailer.
I've wanted to see something, and I know, and I'm not discrediting what people see, like, but to me, and this is not like offensive, I don't think. Anyone who tells me a ghost story or an alien story is in the same fucking league as anyone who tells me they died and went to heaven. Like, to me, it's all across the board. It's like, all right, because I have no experience with any of that shit on any level. I've never. So to me, if you got abducted by an alien, went to heaven, or got fucking got fucked by a ghost somewhere in a cemetery or whatever,
you ever
it's
had
all
like,
the same to me.
You ever had like you ever have like a moment where like you're in a car wreck or something really really stressful happens where things slow down, move in slow motion, or you can see things frame by frame even though it's happening at a fraction of a second. You've never had like a moment of anything like that?
It's all been real time. The whole ride's been real time. It never slowed down.
Real time Ralph.
Real time to snake Ralph.
You never had that like thing that.
And
like,
when I went out once, when I died once, as they say, when I overdosed, if we're gonna get real, it was fucking cold. It was dark and cold.
Man, you don't want to put that out there with your mayoral candidacy.
Oh, they know it. They know. It was a long time ago. It was like 20 years ago.
Hey, you know what? That's like, you got to work that angle now.
Yeah,
you got to work that angle.
That's the basis of his campaign. We're gonna overdose. We're gonna overdose you with Ralph.
I partied a little too hard one night, and I went out, and it was cold and dark, and I'll never forget. That changed my life.
Well, you weren't
that
dead.
changed my life, man.
Did you shit and piss yourself?
Huh?
Did you shit and piss yourself?
No, he died.
No, so I didn't die. So you're right. So I didn't die technically all the way. But who would? Has anybody ever shit and pissed himself and then came back and talked about it?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
there's stories
on stage.
I don't want
I was pronounced dead.
Wait,
so.
real quick though, real quick.
There is a guy that
too
died
short?
on
Are you
stage.
an-
The
Are you an
British-
atheist?
There's like a
Are
British
you an
magician.
atheist?
3 years ago, I was a leader for men's ministry in a
Well, I didn't ask if
Pentecostal
you were
church.
gay or not.
And
I
I
just
left
asked-
that. So here's what I have decided. I led a men's ministry on faith alone, without any experience, and it was a tough job. And I think I did it because I wanted a life experience, a change. If we go back to that little incident where I said I kind of died, I needed some drastic changes. So I joined a church.
Do you have any pictures of that?
Of
have any
me?
pictures
Yeah,
of
I
that?
got pictures of me all over in that church. I was on fucking mission trips in New York, fucking handing out socks and bringing homeless people to shelters.
Could
and
make
shit.
one of those memes like when you lied on your job resume and still got the job. And have Ralph in front of the church talking to people. Ralph's working the room.
Who wants a pink elephant?
So I don't know. I believe that anything's possible, and I can't wait to find out because it's inevitable. We're all gonna find out. And if an alien abducts me and gives me eternal life before then, I would appreciate it. But other than that, I got probably another fucking 30 years left on this earth, maybe 40. and then I'll fucking know.
I don't know. With all the gas stations-
How many? What, you don't think that many? Come on. I've been getting in better shape lately.
You're 35, right?
That's right, right? So I think I'm gonna see.
Hard 35.
No shit.
I'm gonna see.
35, motherfucker.
You're 1 year older than me? Fuck.
There's no way Ralph is 35.
I'm a little older than 35.
Yeah.
In dog
You're in the
years.
same level as people that tell ghost stories.
How old are you?
37.
37.
That's the truth. Yeah. 37.
Well, all right. You.
Yeah.
Jesus.
You look 37. You look like you got experience in your eyes.
Thank you. I think.
But does he
think-
have it on his lips?
Does he know?
I don't know. Let me find out.
Hold on a minute.
Is it in his throat?
Ask the mouse.
Yes, ask the mouse.
I've seen death.
Ask the meese.
I got to do some man shit right now.
Yeah. I gotta do what a cat does every day.
I like how you put gloves on.
Yeah, like
Well,
Dexter.
you gotta put gloves on. I'm dealing with a
Oh,
fucking
so
mouse.
you don't get in trouble.
Yeah, I don't
Cleaner,
wanna,
bro. The
No,
cleaner.
like you're going to club it over the head. Why do you need gloves?
in case of splatter.
On your arms? On your bare
I'm just
arms?
really
It was
into
a
the
small
show.
crowbar.
I just really like Dexter. I just really like Dexter.
He's
You gotta
telling
be
this
worried about
story
your
all
shoes,
thuggish.
if you little
Like the
booty.
gloves were to cover up the blood. The gloves were for the ooh factor. Like even up there, he's like, ooh, I don't want to touch a mouse.
I always put the
How did you
gloves
kill
on.
it? How did you? You didn't hit it with the sledgehammer. How'd he
I
die?
hit it with a crowbar.
You fucking smut. You smut. You have video of
I hit
this.
it with a crowbar.
He's out there. I left him in the
Head
street.
smashed in.
Yeah. Well, I missed him the first time when I took his nose off.
Did you do?
And then the second time, the second
Took
one,
his nose off.
the second
Is that
time
what that
took.
fucking hurt?
Yeah,
I
and then the
took
second one took his back leg off.
Wait, okay, wait. I need to know how hard did you hit him? Did you were you like wishing a spell on him, or you're like, boop, you know?
No.
my God.
That would have been
Bippity
enough.
boppity
No,
boop.
the
Did you
bum in the
bind up?
tent. The bum in the tent peeked his head. He's like, "What's up, bro?" And I was like, "Just killing a mouse, bro. Go back inside."
Oh, dude, you're
You know,
next.
someone
there.
could have eaten that.
Then he had an
and the
audience.
peanut butter.
The next swing was
Ooh,
brutal.
peanut butter mice.
You're next, cricket.
Oh no. That's not how it works. It's one of you guys. That's how this story ends.
Oh, nice.
That's how the Iceman
Well, there's not
started.
enough of you to drag me outside, so I'm good.
The Iceman
It's like,
started
have
by
you guys
killing
seen-
small rodents and shit.
Have you guys seen Snatch?
Oh yeah.
There's that part where they're beating up the cop where they steal all the money and then the cop's like writing him a ticket. So they're like knock him out. How the fuck you knock someone out? And then they just go,
I don't remember that part.
yeah, it's at the
That's
end.
Lock, Stock.
Oh, it's a Julia Roberts movie.
Oh, that's
It's a
Lock,
Julia-
Stock, and Two Smoking
Okay,
Barrels.
there you go.
Sorry.
Yeah, different Guy Ritchie.
I got
movie.
my Guy Ritchie.
See, I know the guy, but not the
Richie.
movie.
I know the guy. Richie.
You guys can catch George
George
White.
White, everybody.
I'm
Watermelon
like
kimchi.
Bricktop. I went and fed the mouse to the pigs.
Yeah, there you go.
See the pig on the wall when you walked in?
Yeah.
He just shoved the glue trap in his mouth.
Watermelon kimchi Roberts.
Yeah.
Watermelon the snake kimchi. Catch me.
God damn,
I had
dude.
some good kimchi fried rice the other day.
Where
You
at?
had that?
The-
Ohana?
How many
Oh,
mice?
is that
were in
the
it?
guy who has the yellow billboard like Robert's Barbecue or something like that?
No, that's what is that? That's
Oh, he's like Sebastian.
no, that's
he
in
was
like
on
the
Top
Cosmo.
Chef,
That's
yeah.
that's some fancy shit. I can't afford that.
No.
It was it's called Ohana Grill. It's a Hawaiian restaurant on Blue Diamond.
Oh shit. Okay.
Pretty
Oh,
good.
Jesus.
Pretty
That's way
reasonably
out
priced.
there,
Like how
Blue
much was the
Diamond.
fried rice? Like $12?
No, I think it was like $8 or $9.
Oh, okay.
You know,
okay.
they got like a beef combo and some
Yeah,
other shit.
because I don't fuck with that shit, man. Like I was in Korea for 7 years, and you get like $3 fried rice plate, like a platter, and I come here and there's like $15. Really for rice?
Yeah.
You fucking assholes.
Have you heard of a place called Comex? It's a
No.
Korean,
Yeah, I was
Korean
gonna
Mexican.
say.
Oh no,
Dude, they're coming
That's-
out with
okay.
some new shit right now. You seen this new? They're having like a bulgogi fucking beef burger.
Well, they got
No, they got the talk. I mean, the whole thing.
they got the bulgogi cheesesteak, and then they got the spicy pork cheesesteak.
Yeah,
Jesus.
they're doing. Yo, this
We gotta
place
go?
is amazing, dude.
Yeah, of course.
Was it
Korean
Comex
and
and
Comex.
Ohana?
Comex first.
Comex is there's two of them. There's one over on like Flamingo and something.
Flamingo
There's
and Buffalo, and then
I-
the other one's over here somewhere downtown.
Decatur and Washington.
Yeah,
Are you,
something
are
like
you a war baby?
over there.
Is that what they're called?
I'm used to
Kinda,
that one. That's
yeah.
the OG one.
But not a war, but
Yeah,
yeah,
Comex
military.
on Flamingo and Buffalo. You
Your
got
dad
it.
is-
Let me know if you guys are going. I'll meet you there. I love that.
Oh
place.
shit. Okay.
Yeah, that's a legit spot.
Yeah, Korean
They're-
Mexican fusion, and then they have like this weird little.
Thursday. What you doing
They
Thursday?
have this like I'll show it. I think I can pull up their mascot.
yeah.
Is like a Korean guy in a sombrero.
Right over there
Oh,
by the
shit.
donut
It's like
place.
super fun. Yeah. see
What's
what
your
you-
what are your plans on
Eat
Thursday?
there, dude.
Oh, we do.
Going to Coleman?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that place is
Alright.
fucking
once a
great.
week, go and pick it up.
I got party on the patio, baby.
What time?
5 to 8.
5 to 8, so we can go right before.
Nah, it's okay.
Yeah, I get free food and
Yeah, I'll go in my car.
You don't want to go.
Tacoma.
Get a ride? You wanna? I'll buy you some. Buy one get one free beers.
Cool.
Cool. Cool.
2 for 1 beers. That sounds better. Than buy
See
one.
the Korean Mexican?
Holy shit, dude. I mean, I'm not offended. I'm more appetized if anything.
him.
But
Oh, that's
Yeah,
fucking
he looks
hilarious.
like a Power Stone character from that Dreamcast game.
And he's big. Like when you walk in, he's on the wall. He's big.
Is that even
Like 10
legal?
feet. You catch a cat.
So if I want to
case of-
start a build a wall campaign, I should go there first.
because they know they built the Great Wall. Wait, Chinese are not the same? All right,
because
cool.
they built the Great Wall, yeah.
Chinese no walls.
Jesus
Great Wall
Christ.
of exploding Samsung.
So do San Antonians. They know about walls.
It's San Antons.
Walmart's.
Yeah,
I don't know.
where-
Trump just said that
Where was
reservoir.
the Alamo?
The Alamo is in San Antonio.
San Antonio.
You ever been to the basement?
I've never been to the Alamo.
Oh, okay. Check out the basement when you go.
I've been to Katy, Texas, Dallas,
Ugh,
Texas,
gross.
and
Katy sucks.
then just
Yeah,
driven
Dallas's
through.
butt.
Like we were talking about earlier, I remember we drove through Texas once and it was fucking just forever.
I hitchhiked through Texas.
Did you?
I spent
Oh
3
my
days in
God.
Katy. I couldn't get a fucking ride. I had to go back to Houston.
Every day your chances just got
Katy's
smaller.
like a suburb of Houston, though. Yeah.
Huh?
Katy's like a suburb.
That's
of
what I mean.
Houston,
I was
yeah.
fucking trying to go through, and I was like, "Fuck!" I said, "Hey, Houston, here I come from."
Jesus.
This is my younger years. It was kind of wild.
I like how white people can hitchhike.
I wouldn't
It's
do it
endearing.
now.
Listen.
I left New Orleans in a hurry, and so I was heading to I think Tucson at the time.
Yeah, only white people could pull that off. And then they get to rob the people too. Like,
Yeah.
it's like
I had a
double
guy.
bonus.
I was with my brother Nick, and we were in. I think we were in Georgia, and this huge black guy picked us up. Right, and I was not a small guy, and I had my brother with me, and he picked us up, and he's like, "You guys hungry? Go get something to eat." And I was like, "Yeah, sure." And he fucking smokes this big fatty with us, and he was like, "The reason I'm doing this," he goes, "My brother hitchhikes, and he's bigger than me." And he's like, I was like, no shit. And he's like, I'm always wondering about him out there on the road. I was like, fuck it, whatever. And we hung out with that guy for a while. It was kind of cool.
I always wanted to hop trains. Like,
No, because you got the fucking train hoppers out there brutal. They fight.
I've done
They're
that.
fucking sick,
Oh.
dude.
I've hopped up
they
to
got no
Utah and all through up to Portland and all that shit.
Did you run into those guys?
Oh yeah, there's
They're
there's hobo
assholes,
gangs,
man.
dude.
They're
Like,
fucking
go fuck
oh,
you
for
up.
real? Like, you get on a train and it's like,
And they're territorial, too.
No, they're territorial.
Like, they
and shit.
are,
Like,
man.
have you ever seen not the graffiti, but like the little chalk drawings on the trains? Like
No,
the
but-
Colossus of Rhodes and all like the hobo graffiti.
uh-huh.
That's like, bro, like fucking.
I wanted the journey, right? I ended up hitchhiking because I didn't trust the people on the trains. I didn't. I was like, I
Jesus
figured on the
Christ.
road, I was like, it was just me, or like normally I had my brother with me or something.
Yeah, yeah.
And so it was like I could take people one-on-one, whatever, if they came at me. But like fucking the train people, they rolled in gangs, man, and they were
So you
real
get like 30
territorial.
of
They
them
fuck with
like
you.
rolling up on
No,
you?
it's like 4 or 5, 6.
Yeah,
you know
enough
what I
of
mean?
them
A
that
couple
it's
of them. But, like,
fucking-
you go in their yard and shit, and they'll fuck you up. Like, don't fucking
Smileys
burn
and
our
Do they
yard.
roll with bindles? Do they all got like
What's a
the-
bindle?
The
Like a
little
smiley?
bag, the little bag on the stick.
No, they got like backpacks and
That's
shit.
the
But like, you could catch them. Like, if you're ever on like Blue Diamond and like
Jesus, how do you
Blue
not know
Diamond
what
and
a
Decatur
bindle
or
is?
like Blue Diamond and Jones or Rainbow, like those streets, because the big train yards right there. You'll see them out panhandling and shit on the roads and shit.
You could run into them and party with them, like just cross paths with them. But if you were running the train, like if you were riding the train, that's when they get like.
So
real
what if you
fucking
party with them and you're cool and you're like, hey guys, let me just ride the train once? Will they be like,
Listen,
nah, we gotta
I'm
kill
telling
you?
you right now, this type of guy I am. You want to go down there and hang out with them for a bit and see if we can ride the train to the next.
No,
town
I don't
and
want
then
to, but I'm
some-
just
oh,
like,
no.
will they be like, nah, we gotta stab you?
We can catch a train to L.A. It'll take like a day and a
Me and
half.
Mikey are
sometimes.
trying to make this happen right
Yeah,
now.
but
But hey,
it's,
you know what you're talking to
it's
here.
the weather
all
for it now
right?
because you don't want to ride trains through Vegas in the fucking summertime. You'll fucking
Yeah.
just die.
Yeah.
You know, you'll
Yeah,
just
baby,
fucking.
Well, okay, do they carry?
They usually have knives and shit. Every time I go, I carry a gun. So
Yeah,
I,
so
I
if
bet-
you had a
I bet
gun-
Smileys are a
What
thing
kind of
between
fucking time you got to where you can just
How do you
go on a
join them?
date like take a day?
well, I was
to
like
get out
20
there?
when I was
Yeah,
doing
that, like,
You know
this
what
is
I mean?
like
I'm saying I don't
adolescent
have that
shit.
kind of time to go.
Well,
Yeah,
not
when I
now.
was 20, yeah, for
but this
sure.
is like
Oh, okay.
adolescent dream shit.
Wait,
Like,
to what?
you want to be
I
Ralph Waldo
thought he was like
Emerson.
Big Lebowski, and I can get you a toe.
Oh, I can get you,
Yeah,
I can get you a
that-
mouse right now. You want a mouse?
I thought
got
that
the
was
mouse.
good.
I got the whole
fart.
leg.
You want to fart?
Yeah, get you far. I get you.
I've been in the
I
bail
get
bond
you one in
business
B
for
flat,
15
dog.
years. I can
That's-
get most of anything you want. There's someone out there for everything.
I know, dude. Jesus. Fucking our dark web over here.
Yeah.
That's
File
racist.
cabinets right here. We can
The
get
fucking
anything
red
out of
room,
there.
dog. It's the red room
Yeah.
right here. Shit. I didn't even. This whole time,
Half a
dude.
Black Widow in here. There you go.
Yeah.
I want a grenade launcher. Who do I talk to about that?
I'll do another one.
Done. That was the fastest
fast, dude. Holy
The
shit.
grenade gums.
Procured that quick.
I'm gonna do another one.
one. Nice. Wow, he's crazy.
There's a guy.
Living on the edge. Now Tutela wants to fucking party hard.
He's like, dude. Oh, jeez, almost took out a knife.
Grenade to the head.
Yeah, boom. What happened to Ralph?
It hits
Ralph's
him in
gonna
his
show
eye.
up at the next
It hits
open
him.
mic like Kevin Price.
Yeah. As I say, but it's the first and only time he's ever teared. I had to lose an eye before I cried.
Yeah, dude. It'll clear your sinuses up like a motherfucker.
Yeah, that stuff's the best.
Dude, it'll make you want to go ride a train.
Don't be stealing my 50 cent off coupon, Ralph. I see what you're doing there.
Oh, look at that,
Knocked
dude.
over
You
the
spilled the
straws.
fucking assault straws.
It's the Carney game.
Yep. Ralph just won a goldfish.
Carney in him.
He just want a goldfish.
want a hot dog.
Goldfish.
Good lordy.
Where do they get the goldfish from, Ralph?
They ship them in.
From where?
China.
Who's
Shine.
fucking
He's like, got
He
this
got
gum.
the gun finally hit him.
UPS. We fly them in. You order like fucking
UPS.
From the
order- you
Philippines
order
or
like,
where? From China?
You order like 1,000 fish, depending on the spot, 2,000 fish, and they ship them in boxes, and they're frozen, and so they're sleeping. They're like frozen. And then you fucking drop them in the water, and they all wake up. And so
Yeah, it's crazy, dude.
Are they all like stacked on top of each other? Like
fucking gum is killing
You can
me.
do
No
that. You
bullshit.
can do that
Like
with
Mexican brickweed. Like the old Mexican brickweed, but just compressed goldfish.
just
They
like
do
a
it-
brick
they do
of
it-
goldfish.
They do that with They do that with crawdads. They do that with the whatever.
They can freeze and then they don't die. They just hibernate.
No, yeah, it's suspended in animation, dude. And then when they fucking they thaw out, they fucking come back.
Yeah.
And then they go find Dr. Evil.
I guess it's like, dude.
just
But are
pee
they like
forever.
are they like zombies, or are they really like them in their consciousness? You know what I mean? It's like
so you can't really tell the difference.
well, who knows, dude? Then they get those big eyes.
I brought a goldfish back from the dead.
I've killed more goldfish than I've
Then
killed.
Mikey's
Then
killed
I've killed
mice.
mice on a
Look-
podcast.
I have
Look
probably
into his
killed.
eyes right now. As
Matt
he's
You
telling
want to know how
King.
many?
Matt
You want to know
King.
how many goldfish I probably killed? Honestly, if I was to do the math,
How many
What,
have
you're
you
gonna pull
ate?
off your
How many
belt,
have you
count
ate?
the
No, but
notches?
I can remember the spots where it was bad, and then I can add some other shit in there. I would say probably around 3,000,
3,000 goldfish.
maybe 4.
How do you kill them?
Maybe
Just
4.
throw them on the floor?
He
No,
just
like
eats
some
them.
mornings
They're
I
fucking
wake up
crackers.
and the
How much
fucking,
in pounds?
the chemicals would go wrong, and I would wake up and the whole bucket full of fish is fucking dead.
What does that smell like?
Because you get rid of them quick, but then we'd be in these.
He's like, I don't know. What does the water supply smell like in New Orleans?
Yeah, right.
What does it smell like in
What's
Chicago?
the proper way to get rid of 3,000 dead goldfish when you're on the road in the carnival?
Oh,
You
dude.
fucking drive because you're in these podunk towns, so you just fucking
Just
drive
the
about
ghetto boys.
3 or 4 miles and find some type of somewhere where it's
Some
like, all right, that
field.
looks good right
You didn't
there.
go
Let's
3
fucking
miles. You
jump
just tipped the bucket over.
rabbit is a bigger deal because the rabbits are fucking. They're not
What are you
like
doing?
natural to that area. Like, so we had rabbits. It was fish and rabbits, and so
For prizes.
Yeah.
White
I've never
people-
been to a carnival
Fucking
where you
rabbits.
got a rabbit.
I never
White
got
people
a
love
fucking
goofy
people in
ass shit.
Chicago wanted
You
me to
seen
sell
No,
this?
iguanas.
but I believe it.
Oh, yeah.
They told me I
Iguanas?
could make bank. I made a lot of money with fish and rabbits, but it was a lot of work and it's disgusting. And but so if a rabbit would die, they're not from that area, so you would have to really hide it. Like you would have to go and fucking probably dig a little hole or something, or
What are you talking about?
You hit him in the head with a
This is
crowbar.
it's a rabbit. You leave it on the fucking street.
because
fucking
then the city sees it and they're like, oh, they're
They
leaving
know
dead
who
rabbits
left it.
around here as the fucking carnies.
The
And then
dead
they hit you
rabbits
with
are
the-
no longer. They're banned from this.
Dead rabbit gang. I didn't know you were a dead rabbit, Ralph. Makes sense.
I put a rabbit underneath the tire once.
It's
And the
Ra-
motherfucker
it's
drove the
Ralph-
other way, and so I got a phone call.
It's Ralph Amsterdam Roberts.
The butcher.
Yeah, the butcher.
He's the butcher.
See, you always got to put it on the inside tires because no matter which way they go, they're
It
gonna
was a
run over
dually.
it.
I fucking tell you, I felt so bad for the
What does
rabbit.
that have to do with it? It was a dually. I didn't know. I'm like, what the fuck?
Because no matter which way they go, they're gonna run over it.
I thought it was such an embarrassment too.
There's a mouse under your tire on a glue trap.
Under the PT Cruiser.
Yes, you'll take him home.
I will glad to. It's like, oh, it's in the same shape it was.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah, he's missing a nose and a leg, but he's a good guy.
Yeah, he's a nice guy. Looks like a burn victim, but I
He's
got
got
burn
courage.
victim friends.
He fought a dead rattlesnake. He's all heart. That
Just fucking platoon rabbit, and it's just fucking survived it. Fucking winds up joining up like a fucking wheelchair league for fucking.
Yeah, see the back leg is disconnected.
Oh yeah.
Who? What? You? What?
I disconnected the back leg.
Oh,
I missed. I went high and then I went low.
Bro.
I went high. See, look, I took his nose off. Look.
Listeners.
See his nose?
Oh my God. Oh my God.
You doubted
Oh
him.
my God, Mikey. Oh no.
You went out there and tortured that mouse.
No, it was quick.
No, he
it was
didn't.
quick.
He-
It
I
was a
don't
quick
think he
3
tortured
strike.
the-
Yeah.
Quick, he
thing,
looked like fucking Rudolph. That's what you meant by that.
Yeah.
Who said he Rudolphed him?
Oh man.
So yeah, that's what happens. Come around here.
And Trez just dropped the bass. You hear that fucking Buddhist chant shit?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to a chant tomorrow.
Man.
A chance.
Yeah, there's a 24-hour chant out at one of my roommates.
Dude, that's how I
one
live
of
my life, dog.
One of my roommates goes out to this fucking thing out in, I think it's out in Henderson Way or something. But anyways, they're doing a 24-hour chant. They're going to fucking just, like, you know, the
24 hours?
24 hours
It's just
straight.
the first song from The Lion King.
They sound like didgeridoos. They sound like Australian didgeridoos.
I'm gonna go for like a couple hours. I'm
gonna
gonna
chant?
go for. I'll go for a while and chant.
Real
Try it
time?
out. Yeah, real time.
Well, I think because it's supposed to slow down, right? Like when you get into the chant, like right, Trez?
Well,
Like
I don't know if they'll let me go live. Should I just keep it in my?
Go Instagram live.
Right.
you're gonna fucking penetrate the chant circle. Go undercover.
Dude, that's
What's
that's
up,
the
bitches?
raised that's
I'm
the
here at
raised
the chant.
vibration. That's the raised like get people like that changes things, dude. That like
I put it on in the house.
Well, like
sometimes.
my uncle's really big into like the Native American culture, you know. And anytime there's like a sick kid,
Peyote?
or well, no, yeah, he does all that. He does.
I don't know his name.
You know the suspension things. You know, like where they suspend themselves on the sticks.
Whatever
You
he
gotta
gets
wait for
his
it to
kicks.
Suspended animation.
But they go beat drums outside the hospitals all the time, and that's supposed to they think it has.
Hey,
like, healing
dude, you know
powers.
what you're supposed to do? You're supposed to take that native drum and beat it in front of some white boy's face. That's what you're supposed to do with
the
that
healing
fucking
Take off the nose first.
Yes, take off the nose. Oh, another mouse.
What happened?
Let me tell you what I'm going to do to you. First, I'll take off your nose,
Was he all done
and then
farting?
dislocate the leg.
and
Oh,
then
is
I'll
it my
take off
phone?
your
Oh, there
leg.
it is.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. No,
Well, you can't just randomly point in a podcast after we're talking about mice now.
Yeah.
And we're all on
I
fucking
know,
guard.
seriously, dude.
Oh, I wasn't listening. I'm sorry.
We're
He pointed at the chair. I was like, he's on.
we're
farting,
we're
is
we're
what I was
expecting
thinking.
an all-out
No, I
mace
pointed-
assault.
I pointed at his phone because he said he lost it, but it's right there.
No, well, I thought you were just like it's over there where Alex
You
destroyed.
know why
it
there's
with
no
his
cover
fart.
on this light up here? It's because we were sitting here one day,
Alex's
and I
fart.
thought someone put a black glove up there, like one of those black gloves like I just had on, like the tattoo gloves.
Yeah.
And it was a fucking tarantula, dude. And it started moving, and I was like, that's not a glove. That is not a fucking glove, dude. And then he just fucking, like, he knew that he freaked us out, and he just fucking jumped out and fucking ran, and he hit the corner, and he hit the other corner and ran out, bro. It was
You're
like-
actually you're scaring Adam just with the
No,
story.
no. Like,
It's not the heebie-jeebies.
This is a fucking wildlife
spiders.
preserve.
I don't fuck with that shit.
Yeah,
It's gonna
bro, it was
fall.
right
It's
where
gonna
your head
fall
is
on
at,
your
bro, like-
fucking head.
You fucking
Don't
bitch.
worry, I think the mouse ate the spiders.
Well, dude, I mean, at least out here, there's a lot of black widows in Vegas,
Oh, for
in
sure.
desert in Vegas.
Oh,
But there's been so many. Have you noticed, Mike? Just real quick. Isn't this weird? I don't know. I've noticed this. Last few years, not a lot of roaches.
No.
There used to be those little water fucking
Yeah.
the water beetle
Yep.
roaches, the little fucking. They were everywhere, and there used to be tons of fucking. Black widows
Yep.
because they would eat those. Now I don't see shit no more, dude.
It's weird.
I take my dogs for a walk. There's no black widows on the wall in
Yeah.
the summertime. But I remember when we used to walk, things would be all over the place.
Did you
Those
live here in
little fucking-
Vegas when the Mormon crickets invaded?
Oh yeah, dude.
Were you here for that?
Dude, I was here for them twice
Yeah.
and the fucking moths.
Bro, the Mormon cricket invasion, you guys ever
I
get
know
anything
it,
like
yeah,
that?
yeah, I
Like,
know it, yeah.
So, dude, it was just a plague. Like, it just showed up overnight. And remember the gas stations?
Oh, dude, yeah.
Dude,
every
it was
parking lot,
brutal,
everything
bro.
was completely covered. And if you were there and you were quiet, it sounded like a fucking a babbling brook, a fucking creek. You know, like fucking the water just going over fucking like rocks. Because they were crawling all over each other, dude.
Dude, it was fucking insane, bro.
They were in casinos. They were fucking crawling. They were getting in.
Yeah.
They were in. They would like in the employee dining rooms. They would get into the lights over there. You're like fucking third story up, and they're fucking making their way. Oh, bro,
brutal.
It was everywhere. And remember, there was those, and it happens like every so often when there's like crazy rains or something that like their larvae, they like spawn, like out in the fucking in the desert or some shit like that. But remember we had that one with all the moths?
Oh yeah.
And it would make these crazy patterns at the Luxor.
Yeah.
And then you would have like the nighthawks and the owls.
You would just
and
see
you'd have
birds circling the Luxor light, just like diving through and eating. It was like fucking insane.
Yeah, and then you had all the bats and shit, dude. It was fucking crazy, man. Like, and then do you remember? It happened twice, but there was like this traveling fucking like thing of like bats.
Yeah.
And it'd come through the fucking town, and it would almost like this like whirling like tornado, but they'd be here for like a day or so, and they would just make their way on. But there'd be like hundreds of them, and they were huge. They were fucking like.
We were at a Little League game one time, and it was like nighttime, and the bats were out. And I just was like so nonchalant about it because I didn't want to freak this lady out. She was standing behind me in line at the like concession stand, and I was like, "Oh, how you doing?" And she was like, "Good." I was like, "You got a bat on your shoulder, And then like I turned around and like grabbed my nachos and shit, and she was like, "Ah," and I was like, "No, there's a fucking bat like just chilling on your shoulder." And she like looked at it and like fucking like did this weird like dance where like she like threw her body. She was like stop, drop, and roll and shit. And I was like, "Oh, that fucking bat's dead." Poor fucking bat. But it was
really?
hilarious.
It didn't take off.
No, it was like I don't know what happened, dude. It just was like embedded on her hoodie, and it was like one of the weirdest things ever.
Most of the time, they get real scared.
Yeah,
so they won't really fly off. That's not their fight or flight thing. They usually hang on to something. It's not until they find a source. Yeah, because we used to get these back home all the time, dude.
Oh,
and
really?
Like,
Jeez, I'm not that.
So like,
familiar.
like that, I'm fucking fine with. Like you see, oh, there's a bat here. All right, give me a crowbar.
Yeah,
crowbar. Like I got this.
I'll take his nose off.
It's the fucking tarantulas that you wind up looking and you're like, oh fuck this, dude. I'm out, man. I don't need this shit.
Fucking
those and snakes, dude. I don't
jumping
with them.
I've never been afraid of either or, but eight-legged creatures, arachnids, definitely fucking.
Yeah, no.
I don't like spiders either. For sure, that's like the one thing I'm afraid of is spiders.
Like I've been bit by a black widow on the back of my leg.
Oh wow,
right?
See, I haven't.
And I just remember my fucking leg burning up and just fucking terrible. I had to go to fucking the doctors and they had to fucking put shit on it and everything. And they're like, "Oh yeah, it's just a black widow." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, you can't just say, oh, it's just a black widow. Don't worry about it, man. This shit happens."
Go rub some dirt on it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like get back out there, soldier.
Yeah, and I was like,
the worst thing we have out here, aside from the scorpions, is the fucking camel spiders.
We have camel spiders out here?
Oh, bro. We've had them. My old bail bond office, the one in Henderson.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, bro. They're big out here, bro. They're out here. Have you ever seen a camel spider?
I've seen them. Yeah.
Oh, out here, have you seen one?
Not out here.
Oh, bro. And they're fucking aggressive and violent,
Get the
bro.
fuck out of here. No way.
Yeah,
dog.
bro.
I want to say I might have seen some shit like that one time. Because when I used to live over in Ann Road, I used to live off of like over there, and they have that little like water retention basin. I used to go running. They had like a little walking track behind the stores, like the Home Depot and all that shit, right? And it's all like a pathway and stuff, dude. And I remember running one time, dude, and I saw this fucking thing, and I thought it was like a frog until I fucking saw these legs. And I was like, "What in the shit?" You're like, dude, I probably fucking leapt like 8 feet, like in the air and in the like.
Probably one of those. I've seen some big ones out here,
dude. But I don't know what it was. I have no idea what it was, but I know it wasn't a fucking frog. You know what I mean? But that body was like as big as my phone, and then these like legs came out from it, and I just maybe, but. I didn't know we had them out here, dude.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what the fuck that was, but you know what I mean? Like, I didn't. Fuck.
We got comedians from Texas, camel spiders, bats, all that shit.
Fucking.
All that fucking.
Porcelain destroyer over here, dude.
Huh? Feel better? Yeah. So we're not going to get any more farts then?
I wouldn't say that.
Should you call a plumber?
Whatever. Should we call a plumber?
Ladies and gentlemen, KoolAid is back after a 30-minute hiatus on the porcelain throne.
Sorry. Well, I was booking gigs.
One day
you'll know what that's like.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, nice.
Anyway.
On the toilet?
It's like the ultimate comeback.
I don't want to know what IBS feels like.
Feels like success.
Okay.
It feels like a full calendar.
There you
Oh
go.
shit. 400-pound calendar.
Yeah, full calendar, full toilet. It
Well, hey,
wasn't
dude,
that much.
we should wrap this up because I'm getting hate mail. I gotta go fucking get the kids ready for school tomorrow.
All right.
That kind of
Oh,
deal.
you
kids
make
writing your
your kids
hate mail?
listen to the podcast.
Yeah, you gotta get them prepped up for this. And be like, you know hear about
Yeah, you
sonar,
might see him tomorrow.
sonar farts,
Do they go to charter school or CCSD?
charter.
Yeah. I'm a sub for Kelly Services, so.
You go to the
okay.
charter schools?
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
You too?
My kids do, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
Where you
Oh,
at tomorrow? where are you gigging tomorrow?
I don't know how much I can reveal on air because then Kelly Services will be like, shouldn't be talking about that shit.
Yeah.
Hey, well, hey, if you want.
But I'll look out for the malas.
Hey, yeah. They're out there, the little shit rats. So, guys, dude, you wanna? We'll sign off with all this, dude. Give everybody their.
I just got back from the restroom. It was great. Very
Yeah.
clean.
You're like the.
Very clean.
I enjoyed it.
Good
I
Yelp
would go
review.
back.
Yep. We're signing off with
Definitely.
Yelp reviews, so let's
Yeah.
get them.
Come for a neck tattoo. Stay for the toilet.
Yeah.
If you happen to hear a podcast and see a dead mouse, bro, that's Vegas.
Dead
all right?
mouse.
Straight up. I have been Alex Ansel, and thank you for listening
Wait.
to me,
That Alex Ansel?
my farts, Alex the Snake Ansel.
Roberts.
And I grew another tail in the toilet. No, it wasn't that big, but yeah, I'm glad I had a good time here with all my friends and Ralph Tutela. And
Ouch. Like, ouch.
fuck you, you know I love you, Jesus.
Like a stomach pump.
Sorry, you guys had to be locked in here with my farts, and
That's why the door's open.
yeah, I know. I felt like what was it?
Saw?
No.
Want to play a game?
Do you want to play a game?
The real escape room.
No, Rorschach. It's like, I'm not trapped in here with you. You're trapped in here with my farts.
Answer me these riddles 3.
AlexAnsel.com and at Y2 KoolAid. Yeah, there you go. All right, fellas.
Yeah. You can follow my shit, Adam J. Dominguez on Instagram and all that stuff with the website at Adam the Comic. And my Yelp review of this is I showed up for the Cholos getting tattoos. I stayed for the murder.
Nice.
Stayed for the murder.
And definitely stayed for the murder.
It was
and
a
then,
sacrifice.
Yeah, and then the gas chamber was a nice touch.
Ausgezeichnet.
Yeah, so it's very, very appropriate.
Racist.
The German in him.
And then it's good to know that that carnies out there care about dead rabbits too.
Nice.
So,
Yeah, I'm George, the Snake White.
all right, that's enough time for everybody. So let's
Hey guys,
go
thanks for
ahead and-
listening.
Thank you so
And,
much. Fucking-
hey, when I come back, do the Selena story.
Oh,
Where-
Check out my shit at watermelonkimchi.com.
You guys, I'm sure you guys have to. If I can.
I'll be making my LA Comedy Club hosting debut tomorrow for the feature Alex the Snake Roberts and Ty the Snake Roberts. So it's gonna be a great show. It's gonna be a great
That's not
show.
very professional.
Yeah. Gotta get those cards right.
Yeah.
And I'm Ralph Tutela.
All right, yeah.
Hi, Ralph.
Hi, Ralph.
I feel I got a lot of good stuff here. I feel if one of you guys died in the near future, I got at least one story that I could use as an anecdote at the funeral and make me feel relevant. So
Nice.
I appreciate
good
that. I think that was good.
You can host my funeral, Ralph.
I would love to.
Oh, Jesus.
Can I get a guest spot on that?
That's disgusting.
I would love for Ralph.
It's an open mic. Just get there early. Sign up early.
You can find me on social media as Ralph Tutela. That's all I am. And you won't. My bookings are so. I've got my backyard coming up.
Nice.
That's about it.
Sweet,
Working
dude.
on some other stuff.
Work.
I look forward to that.
Well, thanks. This was a fun Full House podcast, man. This
Yeah.
was
Yeah,
great.
dude. We had a
Brady
good one. I
Bunch
think
shit.
I couldn't hear you over there, Mike. What'd you say, dude?
Oh, yeah. I said that was just a fun Full House of podcasting. This is the most we ever had at one time.
Yeah, and actually to have it make it work.
Yeah.
You know.
For
I
sure.
think you get the
I
right
gotta
combination
listen
of
to the Ghost
people.
Hunter one.
Well, one day we'll get the right combination.
Yep. One day we'll make it work.
One day.
Thanks, George. I don't know what
Will
that
you
is.
point to your fucking buffalo knuckle? What's going on? All right, guys. That's a fucking podcast right there.
I'm waiting for the
Yeah.
music.
Were we waiting on you for?
Thanks for hanging out, guys. You catch us easy bail bonds, ThinkStopper, all that good stuff. Mwah.